Okay, so I'm a little behind. I'm a lot behind, but we're gonna get grinded today. I have a million things I'm gonna try to finish today, but I'm up early. I actually got good sleep. We should be good to go. Had part 4 of the guide up right after, well, shortly after the stream, and yeah, I think we're doing pretty good as of tonight. But for right now, any of you guys hopping in or watching the VOD, we have a bunch of stuff coming up. Sorry, you probably just heard double yourself really loud. I apologize. I have to close out of Twitch. I was on my own channel for some reason, and then I need to go here. I need to close out of this video. You probably hear me twice in like everything. And then Rift or Hunt. New player, Hunt. In-game player, Hunt or Rift. New player, though, I don't suggest Rift for anyone who's been playing for less than 2 months. It is my thing with that. I feel like doing so, you are actually going to hinder the progression of your account going into Rift early. Versus doing, if you just did Wyvern, I feel like you'd be in a better spot within the first 2 months. But then past that, when you have these other characters you want to try to go in min-max and get specific pieces and builds for, that's when you go to Rift. Okay, let me post this in the Discord. Bang, bang, enter, send. Bang, there we go. Okay. Been down, what is up? Hello, video guide when? After stream. It is in the works. I'm getting it up. Okay, I didn't end up streaming yesterday. Yesterday was, I don't even know what happened yesterday. I was progressing. I was making up part 4 of the guide. What else was I working on? Raid stuff? I had a lot. But Noski, what's up? Hi, I've been following you guys as a new player. Your work is godsend. Thank you for your hard work. No problem. I am so ready for it's like one more week of this, and then it'll slow down a bit. I'm so ready for to slow down. I'm getting too old for these late night grind sessions. Still in 4 when we get into 5. After today, we'll be to 5. You aren't farming Hunt on Hunt Day? I don't even know what today is. Is today Tuesday? How am I supposed to know what day it is? Alright, I missed out on 70 summons yesterday, by the way. Esposito, thanks for resubbing tier 3. No, you're not old, you're just bald. It isn't part of being bald being old? Don't they go hand in hand? Yeah, I missed like 70 summons yesterday because is this the feat stream potentially? But yeah, I planned on streaming last night and I had 70 summons sitting there. And guess what? I fell asleep, so the 70 summons went to the dust. So it is what it is. We got plenty of characters to work with anyway. Those 70 summons were surely all going to be trash. I followed till part 3. Can't wait for part 4. Part 4 will be up in a couple hours after the stream. I'm not going to stream for super long today. We're just going to progress in a little bit. I want to go back to what I was working on. Oh my gosh, my cat is just screaming. Can you guys hear him? What's your deal? He's going. You coming up? You coming up? What? What? Come on. Alright, you idiot. Come on. Come on. He's just running in circles, screaming. Hello, I just got Judge Kisei. Is she good? Not really. Judge Kisei is very hard to use. You done? You done? I think you're done. You're not done. He's fighting me so hard. Okay. Car, cat. Kitty cat. Okay, so the character I was working on last was Raz. Do we have the stuff to promote him? I know we do. Alright, so I need to buy, what, like 5 of these, and we're probably good? Nope, no, we're not good yet. We need to buy 3 more. There we go. Oh, I just want to say thank you for your brilliant guides. Hop back into the game, having a ton of fun. Currently at aid for Tampa waiting room. Yep, a lot of people. Hold on, I gotta battle my cat. Gotta figure out how to get him off me without hurting him. Because he will not. If I try to pick him up, he's like pushing against me. So give me 1 sec. I don't want you guys to think I'm abusing my cat, so I'm gonna hide my face cam. There is no cat abuse going on. Alright, you goober. Oh. Okay. But hey, what's up? Welcome back, Zephyr. Thanks for, I guess you maybe used your Twitch Prime when I was offline, but thank you for that. If you guys ever resub or sub and it's a resub, you have to refresh the stream to hit share. I don't see it also. Did you get Guard Captain Crow? Yes, I did. All right, so let's promote Raz. Yo, what's up, Polar Deity? What do you think is more value in the Carrot Shop, Infinite Energy, or the Infinite Accessory Charms next week? A mixture of both. I would try to like 50-50 it. The charms are super nice for just progressing your account. You're going to get a lot more, like your account's going to look way better, way faster. Same with the energy. The technical best thing you can get though is the Molagora boxes, but that is for like long-term benefit to your account. So it's just, do you want your account to be better now or do you want it to be better later? Is the, oh my gosh, my cat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm very distracted for the first second of this. He's doing the, like, I don't know if you guys have cats, but he's doing like the, where he's like a cow. He's like mooing over at the side of my room. And I have my headset on and I hear it through my headset. It's the most distracting thing I've ever heard. Okay, so Victor Rico, we're probably just gonna put Spec 10 gear on her, yeah. Alright, we're gonna cancel the background battle though. 20 gold carrots, sign me up. Viserion, are you gonna get Deanna on free-to-play account? Yeah, so this account is going to be a free-to-play like series that we're gonna be doing. And I am pulling a lot of the characters. As you see, I got Guard Captain Crow, we did get Harsetti, I did pull Deanne. So I'm going to have the first video of that up in the next day or so. I'm going to do a building video where we go in and build like my core first PvP team, and then Monday will be my first Guild War, and then hopefully Tuesday or Thursday will be our first RTA, like getting an RTA and showing. It's just the progress of this account. So I mean, you guys won't be able to follow it exactly. Like, it's not supposed to be a guide. It's just supposed to be like entertainment and kind of teach you some things along the way, but technically not in guide fashion. But the regular guide is another account. So you guys that aren't aware, I'm playing 2 new accounts right now. Okay, so for this, we need, I need to do Raz's specialty change. That's what that was the gate that made me close out the game. Or not close, but in last stream was the Raz specialty change start. Okay, so I need to kick a couple free people from the guild if you guys need. Wait, isn't there supposed to be Guild War today? Oh no, it's the weekend. So let me see who's the last, who didn't log in. You're out, buddy. See you later. Wait, only one person? Hey, that's not bad. Well, I'm gonna X out of all of these, and we have 2 open guild slots. First 2 to apply, you are in. If any of you guys want in the guild. Sub D, what's up? As my OG Naruto opening, I see this is a stream. I just put random playlists on, so don't give me too much credit for the song choices. I just made a new account. Can I join? Yeah, it's first come first serve. If you can get in, the guild is called Renax Toes. It's the first 2 people that apply. Otherwise, you need to go to the Discord to find a guild. I have 2 cats in there. Clingy. Yep, my cat he's just one, so they don't have each other to deal with. Me stacking up on 2k energy, dude. The energy jump is insane. I went and bought with carrots yesterday energy, and I've been grinding all night to get it back down. Does Discord have guild and Asia servers? Yeah, we have guilds on all. Guys, the Discord has 17,000 people in it. Trust me, there's a lot of guilds in there. I have the biggest E7 Discord outside the official one. There's guilds for, yeah, Holmes, yeah, there's guilds for every server. It doesn't matter. EU's a little bit, EU I would say is the hardest, but, well, we don't do Korea guilds, I don't think. But Asia, Global, and Europe, you'll definitely find. If you try for the other Japan or Korea, you might get one. But no promises there. Yeah, we have quite a few in Raid Shadow Legends too. We're starting to get a guild dynasty built up there as well. How much HP do I have to aim for on Mort, please? Just depends on if you're going like high damage or low damage on him. If you're doing lower damage, like my Mort on my main account's 28,000 HP, but he has no crit damage. You applied? Okay. Uh-oh. We got 3. What do I do? Boys, just started watching the guide. You're in. Alright, Zirin, which one are you? Someone's getting cooked here and I feel bad. Are you Kale Solid? Are you VM3CMZ? You're the level 20, which since you're on the bottom, you applied first. So Kale Salad was technically last because I accepted the middle guy. So Kale Salad, I'm sorry. You got cooked there. Since you're at the top, that means you're the last one to apply. Yeah, I'm about to break into Champion Arena for the first time in my life on a new account started 10 days ago. That is exciting, I think. I mean, it's awesome. Once you get to Champion, you just sit there, though. Don't... On a new account, the difference between climbing from Champion to Emperor is insane, the difference. Alright, so let's claim all of our stuff here. Dude, look how much energy I have. The carrot of it is too powerful. Look at that, 2,000 energy. It's gonna take me a year to get through all that. Okay, so now we need to go to our recruit. Yo, Deity, which ML5 should I get from first ML banner pity, or should I wait for the new ones for a BBK team? For a BBK team currently, I don't think you need any of the ML5s. You need the Veronica, the 4-star. I don't know who else you would pair with BBK. What would be the best for that? Guys, anybody who's a BBK abuser. Give 6 rare oath catalysts. I have 0. Sick. Okay, so I need knights, and then I need 200 greater runes from Spirit Altar. Do I have one of the tickets? I don't have a ticket. The ticket would be in here, right? Do they not give the tickets anymore? They used to. I guess they don't. So we're just gonna have to go general farm. We do have double anyway because of the event. Harsetti and Asflan, yeah. Harsetti would be nice, but Harsetti messes up your BBK team. Doesn't she? I guess, well, that's RTA. Is Emma Luna worth it? Emma Luna is very good. Yes. But in a week, we have ML Arunca coming, who also looks extremely good. All right, let me claim everything. I'm a little out of my daily routine here. Okay, and then we wanted to go farm fire runes. So let me go get this. Oh, it is extra hunt day. That kind of sucks. It'd be smarter not to do the runes today, but I need to get Raz done, so I'll do my quick battles first. Would you recommend buying Eulogy for a Saint with Skystones? Eulogy for a Saint? Yeah, I mean, it is worth it to buy that. If I'm using Wyvern team with Brieg and Fenny, which should be tank, Brieg. Hey, what's up, Biako? Hold on, Yeds. Let me blow my nose. I'll turn face get back on. Oh my gosh. How's your stream, Biako? Still waiting for tier list. Well, let's make the tier list. Like, once I get farming like set up, let's just make this stupid tier list. And it's not a feat tier list. Why are you building Raz for? Golem. And I like having Raz. There's 2 reasons I like building him. One, going through, he helps in the Mort stage of chapter 3. And Raz is really good for PvP. And Raz fits the Golem team as well. Whoop some RTAS. Would you recommend Victorica over Hazel? The problem with Hazel is you're gonna, like, I'm having people do Raz, so doing both Raz and Hazel, the amount of resources you have to put in is astronomical. Like, you have to farm so much of this, it's crazy. So I don't want to have people farming spirit runes for 45 hours to build 2 characters, because that's going to take all the enjoyment out of the game for a lot of people. So we're going to focus on one specially change character. And the Victorica, I mean, we have tank, healer, and then we have Sermia, and then we have Victorica. Like, that should be a solid team. It should clear Golem. I mean, I'm going to try it here and make sure it works, but otherwise, if I have to, I'll go suggest Hazel. What effect can I pick for selector from Carrot is good for a new player? It all comes down to which characters you have. Okay, I've already picked mine on this account. Oh, I can grab 2 more quick battles. Nice. Like, it just depends on which characters you have. So you want to take an artifact that will work on a character you currently have. So for me, I picked Celine from my ticket, and then I grabbed Secret Art Swordstorm. So if I go to my characters. So a couple of things you can do depending on which characters you have. Say you pulled Janua, you can get the artifact Windrider. Grade. So you can get Windrider for Janua. Harsetti, I don't think I have an Abyssal Crown. I do not. I guess I'll just talk Elzer. And then, do I have anything for Deanne? I'll probably just Magahara's Deanne. I guess that'll be fine. And then Celine, the Celine artifact, Secret Art Swordstorm, very good. And do I have any other? What's Abigail? I think I have a golden rose, don't I? I don't. That's the other account. Oh my god, I pulled 3 of these. You've been farming all day for Raz and Hazel. I mean, Hazel works. You can switch Hazel out for Victorica. I'm sure it'll work just fine. I'm just gonna try Victorica, and if she fails, then I'll go build Hazel. I did Raz, Thermia, Tam, Victorica on damage at clear golem. It's just not 100. Yeah. Which neither is the Wyvern team either. If you miss debuffs, you can get cooked. There's always going to be some RNG on your early hunt teams. It's just how it is. If I want to play RT, is Harsetti really worth it so she gets banned all the time? I mean, if you're not going to pre-ban Harsetti yourself, then you want to make sure you have her. So that's the whole thing with summoning on her, is if you get her, you can leave her open if you want that way. But if you don't get her, you are going to, especially as a new player, because you don't have young Senya, you are going to want to ban, or you don't have a lot of the answers to Harsetti. So you're either banning Harsetti yourself and pulling on something else, or waiting for the next character. Is Angelica still in Grace of Growth? Yeah, I'm not going to really mess with Grace of Growth at all right now, just because it's a 3-day delay on before you can put another character in. But I don't remember what I was saying with this, but with if you don't have Harsetti, you need to pre-ban her, or else you're going to be fighting her every single game in RTA. Okay, now if you are going to ban Harsetti, obviously you don't want to pick her in here. You're going to want to go pick, I mean, my other top 4 are ML Politis, ML Luna, and Imperial Illinev, these characters, but there's a ton of really good ones in here. Okay, well, I'm going to do one summon real quick. Wait, what's the banner? We have Tenebria, and then next week is Boss Arunca. Ooh. Look at this. Mr. Streamer, what's your Path of Air progress? I am on, I'll check, but it's one of the Mort missions. I have to beat Mort, which I'm building. That's part of why I'm going and doing Golem now. Just some building up Raz. Dude, she looks so cool. All right, those ML5s changed when Arunca comes? Yes, Arunca will be the only one on banner. Guys, this is a super rare banner. This is a one-time-a-year thing where you can go in and select any of the ML5s that haven't been released up to this year. But Erebus, what's up? Hey, I started the game 2 days ago. I've been playing nonstop. Are Mort, New Moon, Luna, Arya, Tieria a good team for clearing story content? New Moon Luna isn't very good in PvE at all. You don't have a healer in that team. So I would change New Moon Luna out for Tamarin, and that team would work. Mort's not the best for PvE either, but I don't know. I mean, that team will work, but you want to have some kind of healer in there. You're trying to go crazy PvE team or story clearing team, when it's just, for clearing story, you just Brieg, Tamarin, your ML5 you stuck from the beginning, and then any other. Is this game pay to win? The least pay to win PvP gacha that is on the market that I know of. That's actually got a player base. I should reiterate that part. Like the thing with Epic 7 is it doesn't have a lot of the pay to win features of other games. Okay, the imprint system in this game does not matter. It gives you a tiny bit of stat. Okay, the chance of imprints making a difference in a match are like 1 in 30 matches or more. Okay, that it's not as big of a deal as other games that have like insane stat boost. So the pay to win portion of Epic 7 is allowing yourself to farm more. So if you're spending money, it's going to be on energy to get more gear for your characters, because having an insanely geared character is infinitely better than having a triple S character. That means like imprinted. Boys, what was I doing? What was I doing? Oh, checking the Orbis guide. This is where I'm at for Orbis guide, part 2034. I will beat some of this. I have to finish Raz's specialty change, so while we're doing that, I will clear a couple of the other things. And then once Raz specialty change is done, we should be good to go fight Golem. How's I'm blown instead of Sling for PV? Insane, as long as you get Sigurd Scythe artifact. Sigurd Scythe is super good. What artifact for Harsetti? It's going to be Abyssal Crown. If you're grabbing something off the selector, grab Abyssal Crown. Careful for chapter 36, 37 of the path. You need a 4 to 5 star ice bookmark. If you use the bookmark you can get in chapter 36, already used up one. You get one for Catcher, you might be cooked for a bit. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of people get into that scenario. What's a Golem team to build? I'm going to test this one out. I'm trying to give different options, so I'm trying a couple different teams, but I'm trying a Victorica team. It's just gonna be Tamarin, Raz, Victorica, and Sermia. Yeah, you can get ice summons from the guild, and you can get it from the carrot event right now, but there's some people that already did all of it before getting there. What should I aim for after getting Sea Phantom Politis? I mean, are you a new player? I don't know the exact state of your account, what all characters you have, so that's kind of an impossible question to answer. My top 4 characters for the current banner, if you're going to summon on Mystic, is going to be Harsetti, Moonlight Politis, Moonlight Luna, and Moonlight Illinev. Those are the top 4 of my suggestion. Otherwise, I mean, every account's different, depends on the RGBs you got, and depends on what you want to do with your account. There isn't like one insanely strong thing that you should get that's above everything else. Epic 7 has like a top 6 to top 10 characters for just overall general gameplay that any one of them you pick is going to be fantastic. Should I just exchange all my carrot for energy or save it? I'm exchanging it for energy this week because you're going to continue to farm and continue to get carrots. So tomorrow, no matter how many carrots I have, I am spending them all on energy before that energy goes away, because supposedly the energy is going to be gone as of tomorrow, or as of end of day tomorrow. How was your day? I just woke up, so I don't know yet. Well, I didn't just wake up, but I just started getting moving for the day. I farmed the energy to get more gold carrots. Yeah, I would continue keep buying energy, but the thing is, you're going to keep earning carrots over the next 3 weeks, so you will have plenty for whatever you're going to do. And I don't know what all you're spending the basic carrots on anyway, besides energy, past this week. There's an item that requires 10 gold transfer stones, and it says Archstream Shadow. Is it worth getting? That's an imprint for that character, and if you don't have many ML5s, I would not worry about getting that. Monday we'll have all buffs together. It should, yeah. Every hunt buff or every buff event on Mondays, it's all buffs combined. Hello and good evening. I want to ask how you get auto around above 15. Upgrading your pets. You have to, so being able to auto stage 15 times means you have a 3-star pet. Once you get to a 4-star pet, you'll be able to auto 20 times. Once you get to a 5-star pet, you can auto 30 times. So you have to level up your pets. Are you planning on making Abyss 90 and above videos? No, I'm not. I've got plenty of those on my channel already, and then I'm Sue just made recent ones, so I will not be doing Abyss videos above a certain point. I'll link you guys videos to watch, but I'm not making ones myself. I've done Abyss like what 60 times on different accounts at this point. I'm not doing I'm gonna beat it on stream, but I'm not gonna make a video over it. Info from Tristan video, $60 for a limited selection in ramen shop. Do you think it's worth it? It just depends on your financial situation. I don't know. If your disposable income per month past all your bills is $200, then no. Woke up late to work, so now I'm here. Wait, did you call off work, Nava? You didn't go to... Dude, why do you work every Saturday? You gotta get your life together, brother. You gotta get it together. You can't let them run your life like that. You work Sundays sometimes. You can't live your whole life like that. It's hard for me to watch. You need 2 days a week of your time that are only your time. Help you? You can't help yourself is the problem. If you're willing to help yourself, then I'd help you. I've tried. Hey, what's up, Havoc? If you help yourself, dude, you have every opportunity and you throw it away. I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna ran it back on Marvel's TikTok again. Do it and stick with something for more than a week. If you stick with something for more than a week, you can get out of the bullshit working Saturdays and Sundays. You gotta put the effort in, or else you're gonna be stuck doing that your whole life. You don't want that your whole life, brother. You want to game with the boys, have fun, work when you gotta work. This guy here and you're attacking me? I am! You woke up late to work. You deserve this. You missed work because you woke up late. Someone's got to get on to you. If I'm not getting on to you, who will? Redux? Redux is unemployed right now anyway. He can't take any advice from him. You told me to spend all my money on gacha, now I work Sundays. No. You have every opportunity. You set yourself up in such good spots and then you give up. Or it's like you're scared of succeeding. I watch it every time you do something. Stop being scared of succeeding. Just let yourself win in life and then live good. Okay, you're almost there every single 3 months. Stop letting yourself fail. Hey, dude, I got lucky from ML Ken and ML Crow. Any of the Mystic options work well with either of them. So you got ML Ken and ML Crow. ML Crow is better than ML Ken. ML Ken does have niche use cases and can be really nice to have for Guild War in case your opponent has a team where he's good against. A team that everything on their team does critical hits, so like Abyssal Fiend or things like that. Other ML5s that complement them, I mean, Imperial Illinev. I mean, all the 4 I listed, guys. If you pull, doesn't matter who you pull. Those top 4, they have the most. The thing is, I'm suggesting 4 characters that are standalone insane, and they will pair with any other ML5 you get. ML Politis, ML Luna, Harsetti, and Imperial Illinev. Any of those 4 will work with the 2 characters you just mentioned. Those 4 are like staple support characters. Harsetti is like a mixture, but can be support. But those 4 characters are. KHM picks Illy, yeah. So Illinev, Imperial Illinev plus Last Order Crow would be amazing because it prevents your opponent from getting Illinev. And Illinev is good against Last Order Crow. So by taking both a character and the character that's really good against it, your opponent can't take it. So you would early take Imperial Illinev, late take Last Rider Crow in your drafts. And that can be super useful. But those 4 characters, there's a reason I suggest them. It's just the easiest way to know that you'll be able to utilize. Oh my gosh, wait a second. This is the annoying stage with the debuffs, right? That he heals himself. Right, isn't this the healing one? Is Chloe good for Dragon and Hunt? Chloe is good for that, but I would never build it. The thing is, there are certain characters in the game that there's no point to build them, and Chloe is one of them. Chloe is potentially good, but the game gives you the 4 characters for Wyvern that... Yeah, I'm gonna save for Doggo. Please don't be a buff. No! Hopefully we have enough damage here. Heard Elvira and Harsetti have a combo. What's that about? Elvira and Harsetti? Well, they're counter characters to each other. We're having a gear session guide? Yes. Well, kind of. I have my gear crafting guide that you can follow, but otherwise... Wait, have we only beat 2 stages in this long-ass time? Daily advice makes people work 8 hours a day is Jover? Well, no. My advice... Guys, the only reason I ever made it out of the slog I was in is because I worked 7 days a week. 8 hours to 10 hours a day. There was a period where, for a 3-month period of my life, I worked 7 days a week. I don't think I left the house for a 2-week straight period. Not I don't even barely left my room for a 2-week straight period. If you are willing to give up a 4 to 6 month period of your life where you lose some sleep, grind your ass off, you have a very high percentage chance of succeeding at anything you want to do in life, and then it will free yourself up for every single opportunity possible, whether it's financially, whether you built something. It doesn't matter what it is, but taking that one little bit. I see so many people, they go to work, they come home, they play on their phone and go to sleep. That's their life. And they will do that for 5 of the 7 days, and then one day they'll put a little bit of work in. You're never going to get ahead doing that. I've watched that especially when I was younger. That's what my friends did, and they're in the same spots in life as they were at the time of starting that. So if you want to get ahead, you've got to sacrifice some sleep. You got to sacrifice some of your free time. Delete your social media on your phones. Just put your phone off to the side. There's so many people that I wish I could push them to do, but it's hard. Trust me, I get it. I went through half my life super depressed, and that time definitely didn't help. But after that time, everything got better. Saying this while making it a gacha? Well, make a gacha YouTube channel. Make some YouTube shorts. Make some TikToks. I don't know. If you enjoy something, consider... and if you're going to do something for fun, do it for fun. I'm not saying everyone needs to grind if you're happy with your life, but this is for people who are wanting more. Okay? Sacrifice some of your free time. Man, I've worked 12 hours, 6 days, and 2 hours for transportation. It was hell, but we made it. Yeah. But see, if whether it's your job, maybe it's your job. Work your ass off at your job and try to get promoted to where your life will become easier. Become the irreplaceable employee, and then you have leverage to fight for a promotion. It doesn't matter what it is. Just put the extra effort in. If you're happy with how your life is and you feel like your time's balanced and doesn't really matter to you, you're chilling. That's what everything's about. But there's so many people that are unhappy. They are like, I have to go to work and it's Saturday. I have to do this. I don't want to keep doing this. That's the people I'm talking to. It sucks, but This man advice came at the right time. Thanks, thanks, bro. I thought you said thanks, bozo. Thanks, bozo. Hey, dude, I just got lucky and got ML Politis and Bologna. If I combine them with Tamar and Bree, you think this team's suitable for PvE? ML Politis doesn't really add anything to that team. You already have a healer. You already have your tank. A support character isn't going to... It'll give you a dual attack. It probably would work fine, but you would clear stages faster if you switched out ML Politis for another damage dealer. So Lone Crescent Blown on Sigurd Scythe basically clears all PV. It's super, super good. Got Haste. Should I build her for Golem team? Well, Haste is a dude, but Haste for Golem, you can if you want to. It is a viable option. Will the gold carrots go away? I do not believe so. I think the carrots stick around through the whole event. So if you farm a ton this week, you can spend it next week. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If the thing is, this has changed so many times that I don't even know anymore, and I'm scared to give any kind of advice. I've seen Tristan Wolf give advice and make like 3 corrections in different videos, farming you guys. But I'm scared to give advice on. I would rather not make a video on something if I am not 1000% sure or think that it's going to change. I just won't do it. I'll leave it up to the other guys to. I don't want to be the one that gave you the bad information. I'm just kidding. I give you guys bad information every single stream, but you know. Is Celine the OP character for the selector? Is there anything else? I think Celine's just easy. A lot of the decisions I make when making a guide or anything, giving advice for new players getting into the game, is trying to get them to enjoy the game. Okay, Celine is an easy to use, simple character to help you learn how to PvP, and she's very strong. She's used by in-game players all the time. So that is why I suggest her. She also makes going through story a little bit easier. And you can grab her artifact at the same time, which is part of what makes her the character she is. Actually, it is what makes her the character she is. Without her artifact, she's not very good. Oh, you're live? Hi, I am live. Dude, I hope you don't forget the tickets they give us on day 1. It's day 7. I already claimed them, and I told you guys what to get like 4 times. I think every single guide episode, I said what I would get in each one. Pretty sure. But it's I said my picks are Destina, MLK, or Destina, Fire Ken, and then Robbie. That order. If you have Destina, then pick Fire Ken. If you have Fire Ken and Destina, pick Robbie. That's my opinion, but I said also pick whoever you want. I gave multiple spiels and so many videos about that and on stream. But yeah, I know that it's the 7th day for a lot of you, but I've got an individual video up going over it too. I have the resources there for you. Multiple Schneels. Hey, Schneel's not bad to have. Since Renak and DK Sharoon would be best friends, what art do you think DK Sharoon would like most with her? I mean, you could do a bunch of different arties. My artifact, I'm a Dragon King Sharoon abuser. I used to pick her 3rd pick every single game. There was one season climbing for a while. I had like an 87% win rate, 3rd picking Dragon King Sharoon every game until I got to like middle champion. Then it started not working. But Dragon King Sharoon, I love. And her artifact, I use Sacred Tree Branch. I think it's regular Sharoon's artifact. It gets a 15% CR push whenever you use it's a character with the highest attack. It's a 15% CR push when you use a skill. I like that one. Are we farming the Ogre's Armory? Oh no, we're not farming that. I made a video on that like day 2 of it being out saying do not touch this. It is the worst thing they added to the game. Football as well, Sapphire? I guess. I'd say things are pretty good. I feel like I'm drowning, but I think, again, this is one of those periods where I'm working 13, 14 hours a day, every single day. I'm sleeping probably 5 hours on average. I said the other day I sleep like 4 hours. It's technically not that. I lay down and then it takes me an hour to get sleep. So it's like 5 or 6 hours of sleep a day, and I'm working 14, and then I have to drive and get food, or take a little break for myself to get out of the house so I don't end up screaming at you guys, because whenever I am in my room too long, I learned from last year, I get a very short fuse. But yeah, I'm in that point where I'm just telling you guys, grind. When you have the opportunity to have things go potentially well, sacrifice some of your life. Wasn't a raid video, so I probably missed it. That's fair. Is the carrot exchange for stamina only in week 1? I believe so, yes. That's what they're telling us, is week 1 is the end of the... Alright, you're supposed to click these orbs when you first come in. I just wasted probably a solid 5 minutes in this fight that I could have had it already done. Thoughts on Wrecker and Rwana? She's a solid character for in-game players with high speed gear. Otherwise, you will not use her. 13 hours, you work IRL? I thought your main earnings are... Yeah, no, 13 hours with Twitch and YouTube. That's what I do. Guys, I'm playing 3 Epic 7 accounts, and right now I'm not playing the second raid account. I was trying to keep up with it. I decided I can only do the one. But I'm playing a lot of gacha accounts, and then I'm... Between doing all of this and getting stuff together, testing different things, emailing people, Like I sit at this desk here 14 hours a day. 13 hours on gacha. Damn, yeah. No, I do not have a job. I've been doing full-time content creation since COVID, or just the start of COVID, so 2020. That's 5 years now. And I did it on the side before that, but when COVID started, they laid off people from my job, and that was my only choice. Is either I could go try to find another job, try to sit on unemployment, or start grinding. And I started grinding this, and it worked out, luckily. For now. I mean, next year I could be homeless, but worked out for a while. I got that some fun. Should I spend leaves on weekend buffs? Yeah, anytime there's a buff event going on, that's when you spend your leaves. I mean, you can spend them whenever you want, though. My main account, I don't worry about buff events. If I want to farm, I farm. I don't let the game dictate when I use my stuff, but it is smartest to farm during buff events. You get double or 50% on like anything you do. Some things double. Will there be part 4 guide tomorrow? It'll be today. It'll be this afternoon. Okay. Expedition 33 is coming next week. The hype is real. Expedition 33 is that a new gacha game? What kind of role does Solitaria fill in a PvP team? Generally, Solitaria, she's a general debuffer, but she also is going to shut down focus. So you can pick Solitaria into Afternoon Soak Flan. Afternoon Soak Flan will not have any stacks. It's really nice to pick against her. Who else does Solitaria work against? Arya, which doesn't get picked much in PvP anymore. Solitaria, she worked against Sylvan. Is that focus or fighting? Sylvan Sage Vivian versus Solitaria doesn't work either, correct? Trying to think. What are all the different things that Solitaria shuts down? But her passive, it's what makes her very strong. And she's just a general debuffer that goes into stealth. And Solitaria, she's a nightmare character. I wish I had examples for all the stuff to show you, because Solitaria can just... Oh, she shuts down SSB too, correct. So Solitaria with Seaside Bologna coming back, she's a limited character. But everyone's going to be utilizing her over the next little bit. Solitaria shuts her down completely. So if you ever see a Seaside Bologna on a Guild War defense and you bring Solitaria, the Seaside Bologna will just sit there. And it's really nice. Okay. People should pick what they like over meta. To an extent, yeah. I mean, it depends on what kind of player you are. Everyone plays games for different reasons, okay? I talk about this all the time. If you're playing the game just to play a game and have fun, then pick who you want. If you're playing the game and want to potentially push into PvP and potentially see everything the game has to offer, then pick meta characters. And you can do a combination of the two too. You can pick some meta characters, but the character you really like, even though they're not meta, pick them as well. There's an infinite ways to play the game. Just because you don't want to take the game super seriously and compete doesn't mean everybody else doesn't. But most people are like you. I would say 90% of people that try Epic 7, they don't care about RTA. They don't care about any of that, especially starting 7 years late. They just want to get in the game and have some fun. So... But don't think your one way of playing is the same way for everybody else. And that's why I try to give options, like different, whether you're PvE player, PvP player, trying to give the widest variety of choices you can make where you'll still end up at a good destination. I think what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm currently struggling with Wyvern Hunt. I haven't unlocked Brig and I don't know what to do. I've raised both Mui and Sigurd, but I struggle to survive in hard difficulty. You need to see where you're dying. Is your Angelica dying? It's probably not a damage problem. Are you on Daydream Joker? On both your Mui and your Sigret? Is your Angelica 6-starred in Grace of Growth? And does your Angelica, is it leveled up? Your right side gear on your Angelica is the most important thing. You need the HP. You need to look and see what's happening. Is your Angelica dying? Or are you dying because you don't do enough damage? There's two different scenarios that you got to look at to why you're failing Wyvern. Dragon Bride Senya good? Yes, she is. Dragon Bride Senya is very good. But you have to just sit and watch your team, see where the problem's coming in. I'm going to guess it's either your Angelica, who should be in the front for Wyvern, is dying before you do enough damage. But otherwise, it's likely Daydream Joker. You don't have the Daydream Jokers on your characters. Sorry, it has already been asked, but I'm new. What should I do with my 18k orange carrots as a new player? Energy. So buy out the shop. In the event here, you have all the carrots, buy out the shop, and then you can buy energy and just farm your brains out, but buy every other thing. And then your orange carrots, you can spend them here. Because if you see in week 2, you can save some of your carrots for week 2 and trade them in for charms, but you're going to be farming next week too. So the week 1, all the stamina, if you go and spend it all on stamina and then start farming some more, you're going to end up with so many more charms from the stamina return. Plus, as you reburn that stamina going into week 2, you're going to be able to buy these charms. And that's huge. These charms next week is going to be a huge boost to everyone's account. Tier list, Mr. Streamer. Okay, we'll do a tier list. Just hold on. We'll do it. Let me keep. Dude, that's all the carrots I got? Spirit Altar sucks for carrots. I didn't get a single gray carrot. What is that? I'm terrible at farming. New player exchange looks so much better than returning players. Yeah, the new player exchange is insane. Returning players is, I mean, it's good, but not as crazy. And the gold ones. So the gold ones, the two places I like the gold ones are. I did trade in for some of these. I wanted to test the boxes. I should have like 500 of these gold carrots or something like that, but I bought some of these. I didn't get a single bookmark. I don't think these are great value. I mean, if you get lucky and get 300 bookmarks, that's great. Maybe if you got unlucky and did some summons on Deanne and Crow and you pitied them, both of them, and are like feeling behind on bookmarks, you can potentially buy some of these. And if you get lucky, I mean, you get half a pity in a single one, 300 bookmarks, you can get half a character. So if you got unlucky from summons, you could spend some here. Otherwise, getting into week 2, this box is going to be Catalyst. You will not spend any gold carrots next week. You'll spend it on these gear. You definitely buy this gear. It's already leveled up. And then you'll buy this, and you'll buy the artifact selector. But either way, you'll buy this stuff. But other than that, the extra gold carrots you have, you will not be buying this box at all. You will only be spending your gray carrots on charms, which is great. So this is huge, an infinite charm farm. Then from here, though, the next week, you are going to then utilize your gold carrots. This is the smartest thing to buy in the game for old players. Is the bookmark box gift only for new players? Probably yes. New players have a different box than returning or older players. But this right here, this is the smartest one to buy for long-term progression on your account. So if you want to do that, you can. Otherwise, the artifact charms is really nice too. And then for week 4, though, you're going to have this charm box. The thing is, you can get 50 epic charms from this of either type. So you have a 0.8% chance here. And then you also have 0.6. So the chance of getting like a huge stack of charms is pretty high. I like that a lot. Otherwise, the gold carrots don't really have any use for the last week. So if you want to spend some of them, say you did some summons and pitied multiple characters, you can try to recuperate some bookmark losses here. Either way, I would just spend your gold carrots and everything as the week goes, excluding week 2. Do not spend your gold carrots on week 2. Otherwise, you can spend them this week if you want, because you're going to be farming for 3 weeks and you're going to have a ton, like this 500. I'm sitting at like 2,000 stamina right now, and I have a bajillion leaves too, I think. Like, I legit can't farm through all this. Like, how many I have almost 200 leaves, and I'm sitting on 1,600 stamina, and I have carrots. And by the time I spend the 600 stamina, I'm going to be able to go trade in for more stamina before I even have to spend any of my leaves. It's crazy. Like, a new account, by Sunday, this account is going to look juiced, and I am excited. And I barely played it. That's the craziest part. I'm playing 2 accounts. This is like a casual played account. A couple hours a day, and yesterday I didn't even get the chance to play it. Pretty good. Man, so did old players get the shit exchange because of ML summons? Well, we got ML summons for new players too. Old players don't get the same rewards as new players. Guys, that is how gacha games work. Gacha games revenue is if you're an old player on a game and you did not continue playing it to get all the rewards and have your account crazy to that point, that's your fault. New players should always get more than old players. That's how life works and everything. If you sign up for a credit card, you got your new sign up bonuses. It's to get you into the game, and new players need the catch up mechanic. So if you're an old player who tried out the game and then you decided to stop playing, and then you're like, why do I not get all these resources? My account's not as in the spot it should be. That's on you. At that point, make a new account and take advantage of the stuff, and then you get the better stuff and you're in a better spot. But overall, old players should never get what new players are, or else what's the point of becoming a new player? That's supposed to be a slight catch-up mechanic. If you decide to make a new account and grind, you can be in a good spot. But the old players, you've had tons of time to get all this stuff. Think about all the other free stuff if you're an old player that you've gotten over the last year. Say if you started last year in the Dash Pass, a person who starts now doesn't get last year's Dash Pass stuff. So they're entitled to more to start the game with. The amount of people complaining about objectively good event is crazy. It's still an amazing event for old players, but anyone who ever complains that, oh, new players get more, that's right. They should. New players should like have multiple more ML5 selectors even at this point. I'm quoting 1 month for anniversary to get returning player ghosts. The returning player stuff isn't that good. Guys, quitting the game for a month to get the returning player stuff is, it's not smart. The gear you get from that, if you would just farm for 2 weeks and roll gear properly, you're going to end up with way better gear than the stuff it gives. And I don't think any of the other returning player stuff is very good either. Because, oh, are you talking about return? Well, you're going to get those, and for Dash Pass, you're going to get the same thing anyway. So anyone who quits the game to try to get the free rewards that it is, that's a skill issue that you don't know how to play the game properly in the first place. So, but if that's what you want to do, that's completely your choice. But you are losing resources. The returning player stuff is half the stuff you would have gotten from playing properly in that month period that you decide to stop playing. But it frees you up your time. So maybe if you don't want to play and you want to free up your time for that period, then you get half your stuff back for doing nothing, if you want to look at it that way. But you're not getting ahead, you're getting behind by those rewards are not making up for the lost days. We need Bleach collab. I have never watched Bleach. RGB, it still isn't worth. Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me get back into farming. I canceled the stupid background battle. How close are we to Raz? How many did we get done? 78? Dude, I need to wait to farm this for this stupid... How many... I've farmed this a lot. How many runs have we done? 50? 50 runs for only 78? That feels terrible. I'd say if your account was active for like 1 year and you played through one major event, you shouldn't be hungry for RGB summons. No, you shouldn't at all. Because most of the characters that are going to be new and good are going to be limited. They're going to be characters that you missed during the break that you decided to take. Hey, returning player here in a weird-ish spot. I have decent units trying to get geared for PvP. As a website or resource I recommend to get that information. For characters, there's going to be the Fribbles library. It's going to have a showcase of different builds that other players utilize. So that way you can kind of see what the go-to thing is there. But there's also the icon next to heroes. You can kind of see what their statistics are and see like what the most common builds are. You can see the most common one is going to be attack crit. It's not the best resource in comparison to the Fribbles library, but there is an in-game resource. The Fribbles library, no, I do not have a link offhand for that, but that is the place to go. Farming runes without rune buffs feels so bad, exactly. And people are wanting me to tell people to make Hazel and Raz, like their team is Raz Hazel. I'm not going to tell anyone to go do 2 specialty changes for that. That is wild. Bought 10 to bought 10 to try to hit the 100 at least. Did you get it, Dark King? I didn't get a single bookmark when I bought those boxes. Thank you for linking the thingy. I'm curious, will you give your new account a name? You guys want to name my account? How do we decide on the account? All right, let me try to catch up on. Shouldn't you be farming hunts today? I will farm hunts today. Guys, I have all day. There's no rush. I'm farming whatever my account needs. I'm not min-maxing to extreme. That takes the enjoyment out of the game for me. If I feel like I have to only farm one thing and put all my other projects on the side, especially in Epic 7 when I'm trying to do 900 things at once, I'm not going to enjoy that. Tier list? We are going to do a tier list, but what are we naming our account? Let's come up with something stupid here while I try to catch up on YouTube messages. Sorry if it's already been asked how many 18k oranges. I would say just buy all energy with it. I came back from the Origins update and using Fribbles good word meta thingy. You look up strong defenses. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. There was one with Abyss, Abyssal Euphine, Sealess, and Shurun. Is Shurun actually good in PvP now? She can be. You're talking about Green Shurun? Green Shurun always comes in and out of the meta. I love playing her. She's a really fun character. Is it hard to finish the Guild 20 gift to continue your guide? Yeah, it is. I know. That's why I'm kind of giving a break for you guys that are behind. Some people already have Tamarin. They're wanting to go ahead, but I had to. I got Tamarin. What was it, yesterday? Like late in the day yesterday, I got Tamarin on this account. I was going to use this account instead of the other one for that part of the guide, but I was like, you know what? I'll just keep it consistent. Use the same account. So people are like, why did everything change? Careful of using. Yeah, I know. I know not to use the summon. The rate to get 300 bookmarks is lower than to get them all 5 on Mystic Banner. Yeah, I know it is, but if you hit it though, that's half a pity. So, and there's the other 100 bookmark too, which is so you have both chances at it. So it's compounding chances. Not the worst. It's not the greatest, but people playing on a new account are definitely spoiled. They are, but they should be. Again, I think any existing or someone returning on an account complaining that new players get more stuff, then make a new account, because your main account probably isn't worth playing anyway if you didn't actually get into the game the first time. Wait, why are YouTube and Twitch chat separate? Just, I haven't set the stuff up to combine them because, okay, I'm a content creator in a much different position than the other E7 content creators, at least. I have a raid dedicated YouTube channel that I used to have to stream on consistently, and I have my main YouTube channel for Epic 7 and other gacha games, and I have my Twitch, and then I actually have another Twitch as well. So in order to combine all those chats with having my things, it makes it to where I cannot go in and access my other stuff without having to reset up things. So it made it very annoying. I did try it at one point, and I was like, I can't even access the other thing. I had to completely remove that to be able to stream to my raid YouTube channel again. It's annoying. So I have to keep my chat separated because I don't know the better way to do it yet. So you're saying you're lazy? I guess, yeah. It's just like, say I'm streaming and I want to switch and like, say I want to go play raid at the end of the stream, play a couple RT matches and show something off. I can't do that. It would take me like 20 minutes to go reset all that stuff up. So the way I'm doing this, I generally don't stream that much, guys. The only reason I'm streaming is to answer you guys' questions. Otherwise, I'm not a big fan of streaming anymore. Because the problem is I don't have things I consistently want to do on stream each day. Like, this is nice because we have something to talk about. I have something I'm working toward. But otherwise, I'm not the kind of person that's going to go live every day and play RTA and hate it. Okay, it's not worth it to me. I'm not going to go play the exact same 10 matches of RTA I've been playing for the last year and a half. Luckily, the meta's new and I'm going to have a ton of fun over the next few months playing. But there was I only streamed like 3 times in a 2-month period. Like February and March, I only think I streamed like 2 or 3 times, so those 2 months combined. The streaming's not a big thing of what I do anymore. Which chat you like better? I don't like either of you. Just build 2 other setups, Mr. Billionaire. I'm poor. Oh, I don't have the money for that. I wish I could buy a new computer. I can't even utilize my webcam right now. I have to save for retirement. I can't just be throwing money around. The thing is, I don't get a 401k match. I don't get health insurance provided. Well, you still have to pay health insurance, but I have to buy health insurance out of pocket. Everything I do, I don't have any kind of like, when you have a regular job, there are a lot of benefits to it that I don't get any of. So I have to try to cover that myself and set things up. And I am behind in life. I know we're going to make the tier list. What are we doing next though? Hold on. So even if I'm doing semi-decent, I pretend I'm not, and all that money goes toward trying to feel like I'm in the spot I should be for a 30-year-old. Meaning I save basically every penny that doesn't go to the casino. I have an entertainment budget. That's a casino budget. So don't say, you blow money at the casino. That is my money that I would be using to golf if it was nicer outside. Is it worth starting over again? Returning player rank 64, some MOs have it, MO Calric, MO Ranka. It just depends on where you feel in your account. Are you content? Do you feel like you're making progress? Except you have a dream job for now. The thing is, I have no job security. Things could fall apart overnight. You never know. So, yes, I have a dream job for now. But how long is that going to last? And guess what? Also, do you think what's the chance of a company hiring me? I think I could kill an interview, but what's the chance of a company hiring me when I have not worked for 5 years versus someone who's been in the workforce? I'm not winning that. Damn, you look 18. Yeah, I turned 31 in a couple months. I'm old. Ish. Every time I say old, I get 9 people in chat. I'm 40. What do you mean old? Can we name the account right now? Renek Naval Love. That's too long of a name. Too long of a name. We can't do that. What's change nickname? All right, guys. I thought you were 60. All right, guys. Turning 32 in October. We're the same age, basically. I'm 538. How dare you call yourself old? All right, vampire. You're entertaining though. I had a lot of fun watching you. I know. I just almost said I know. Okay, let's back it up. Okay, I know I can be somewhat entertaining. Okay, you're entertaining. I know. I know it can, like, there's some fun streams. The problem is if I stream every single day, especially doing something I don't want to be doing, it will not be fun. The reason these streams might be kind of fun is because I'm having a blast. I love this update and I'm just in a like happy spot right now. But as someone who goes through ups and downs constantly, when I try to force myself to stream and stay like a consistent streamer, you will hate me. I used to do it. I used to be what, the third biggest Epic 7 streamer back in the day? I think I was. I have like viewership average wise was YD. There's one other person, and then there was me. And it was like really close though at the time. Like I was like averaging 380 for like a solid 6 months, but I started going downhill. I was hated playing RTA. And then people would come in here and like be like, I was struggling and I was saying the things I was struggling with, getting frustrated, and then they would compound onto that. Why don't you try this? And I would get mad. I was like, obviously I've tried that. Like I would get so mad at people, and it like killed my like drive to stream or anything. And I saw people complaining about me complaining. I was like, okay, I gotta step back from this. And then I stepped back for like a full year. I was not streaming or doing much of anything. I quit RT, not fun for me losing RNG. The thing is, if you can get into the mindset that you're losing the same amount of Rat Corrector 69, Pinky Gambler, there's gotta be Biden Blast. I guarantee that's taken. But Vilkira, thank you for using your Twitch Prime. Welcome back. You could use download RSL as your name. People already, I think I already shoved Raid Shadow Legends. You guys have face enough. But going forward, I think I'm in a much better spot now with everything that I can definitely stream more, but just know and hold me accountable. If you start seeing me like regress into that to where I'm like the other day, there was someone who I got irritated with them at the end of the stream. I was like, because they were like, I've repeated my message 10 times, you still haven't read it, and I went off on them. That's where I don't want to be. So if I do something too long, I don't want, either if I'm going to stream more, you guys have to hold me accountable. And if I start being an idiot, I got to get you guys to be able to end my stream. Be like, you all just continue to say in stream. For real, did you clip that? I mean, no, I didn't clip it. But Turtleneck, thank you for using your Prime as well. He deserved it. I know, but they don't at the same time. Not everybody knows how everything works. I can be more understanding. Oh, but yeah. I'll try to be more consistent going forward because I'm going to be playing other games too. That's what I think is going to be my saving grace is we'll have Epic 7, we're going to have a theory restart, and then there's going to be more games coming out too that I'll play. And I think we should be, and like I don't see myself regressing into that, getting angry at little comments. But when I do, you guys got to tell me, just everyone spam in stream because I'll end up being mean to everybody, and I don't want that. But Inido, thanks for the follow. And yo, Zanarfaj, thanks for the Twitch Prime as well. Toes reveals when. Toes coffee lover? I don't even like coffee though. Should I buy rank in arena? I would not. It just reset. Buying the rank in arena, you're going to get it anyway if you keep up with the game. So it's just wasted skystones. But what I was saying with RTA is losing to RNG. The thing is you win just as many RNG games that you lose. You won't notice the wins as much because they don't have as much of an impact. But if you can get yourself in the mental capacity that every time you lose to RNG, you know you're going to win one eventually. That's a gambler's mindset that I've trained myself into at this point, because when you play blackjack, when you lose so many hands, you're going to, over a long course of time, get back to that close to 48%. So it all balances out in the long run. You just have to play enough. And I know, but the losses always feel worse than the wins. I noticed you prefer Twitch over YouTube. The reason for that is Twitch Prime subs. I'm just kidding. The reason. So this is just how brains work. Okay. I'm going to show display capture. There shouldn't be anything there. So see, this is my screen right now. Twitch is on top. YouTube's on the bottom. So I always go top to bottom. I'll read a couple in the Twitch chat and then I bounce down to YouTube. So that is why sometimes on YouTube it feels like I'm skipping over you, is because whenever I'm going down, if I go into one thing, and Twitch has, well, you guys have YouTube, or sorry, if you're watching on Twitch, you have music. But yeah, push chat's a little bigger. It's because it has to be. The thing is, YouTube chat, you can shrink like all the way. Twitch chat, you are stuck. I can widen you guys, but this is as small as you guys go. So this is just the best way I have it set up. Again, I don't stream that much, so I'm not a professional. Bear with me. All right, but that is the that's what my screen looks like and why I suck so bad at reading chat. Twitch has music. Why not YouTube? Because it gets copyrighted. So YouTube, I make nothing on YouTube if I were to play music. Okay, or I'd have to play some shitty non-copyrighted music. Whereas on Twitch, I can just slam music. And we can listen to whatever we want. I can listen to some Taylor Swift. We can get jamming on there, but yeah, YouTube doesn't work. All right, what do we name ourselves? I honestly don't care. Messages ignored. I know it could be overwhelming for some streamers, so I just switch YouTubes to keep with chat. Yeah, but you're one person that doesn't mind it, but there are a lot of people that do. But Inido, thank you for the sub as well. And it's not Twitch Prime. Knox Beans. That's not bad. Do you use Swifty? Dude, if you put a Taylor Swift song, I can sing every single word except her newest album. Don't care for it, but all the Taylor Swift big hits, I know every word. I'm on a month break off league at the moment, Suki, and good luck. Does it have to be a Renak thingy? It has to be a Renak thingy. She's gonna be my Renak what? What's the most ridiculous thing we could put here? High roller 33, but I'm not a high roller. What do you think the next best secondary ML summon if I already pulled Death Through Array for a new player? I don't know on the Moonlight Blessing 2. I need to actually sit down and come up with that. I was saying Death Dealer Ray or Sylvan Sage Vivian dependent upon her buff. The 4 best characters on there are going to be Death Dealer Ray, and then the 3 that I don't know which one to pick are going to be Sylvan Sage Vivian, Conqueror Lilius, and Meteor Cowrick, right? Those 3. But which one... I don't like Conqueror Lilius in the current meta. She doesn't have the base speed to compete with the other openers. She can be okay. I have one use case for her. Renek's doggy. Wait, do I just name myself Renek's Toes? That's the Renek's Toes guild. Oh, none are good. I know. I haven't seen one that I really like. I'm not naming myself Renek's Cuck. Renek's Solos. That's probably the best one so far. She's 15, by the way. Yeah, in Epic 7 years. The thing, okay. So one day in the Epic 7 world, as their world rotates around the sun, is 792 days. So if she's 15 in Epic 7, that means on Earth years, she's 30. Okay? Do you not understand? Like, that's like all anime stuff. Every time they're like, oh, she's whatever. In anime world, their world rotates the sun at a different rate. So are you going off days? Days of age? Almost Milson? Yeah, exactly. I don't know, dude. I don't want to name it yet. I can't think of something that I actually like. Because the thing is, I have to stick with this name. And this is going to be the name. You know what? We're not doing it, okay? That we just wasted so much time. What I'm going to do for that is I'm going to make the first episode. This is what I did last time. I'll make the first episode of the free-to-play series, which is going to be going over the account. And then we're going to do Guild Wars. I'm going to be what I tried to do early in the year when Epic 7 was dead. I'm going to do that. And then the top comment is going to be what the account is named. Last time we did this, the top comment was Raw Dog Daddy. That's what I named my account. Okay, so whoever the top comment, most like comment on that video will be the name of the account. And that's just the best way to do it. That way I don't have to pressure myself into getting the name done now. Okay, so what are the other missions we need to do though? Answer equipment 5 times. Let's go do that. So if you guys have the name or come up with something good, it doesn't have to be Renak anything. Yeah, but that's why I don't want to just slam a name right now. My last free-to-play like thing we did here, the account was named Raw Dog Daddy. Bait to get more views? What do you mean bait to get more views? You know how many people left while I was just sitting there doing nothing? That was the dumbest thing I could have done. That was the opposite of bait to get more views. That was bait to lose all viewership. Am I leveling the helmet? Enjoy the new name, the new name Boob Dragon 69. That's better than a lot of the other names that were suggested. Chat, we have a like on my comment. Understood. The video will be. I want to get it edited, so the video won't be up. But I'll say at the beginning of the video that. Sorry, my nose itches. I'll say at the beginning of the video about the naming it, but it'll be episode 1 of the free-to-play account series, not guide series. It's not a guide. It's a play and watch me as you progress your account. All right, so we need to reforge 1 piece. I don't have any Wyvern reforges. So do I have boxes? We do. Okay, and then is it spec 10A? Oh, no. Oh, okay. Not really what I meant to do, but we'll take it. Ooh, I have a hype chest on Twitch. What'd I get? Oh, dude. Wait, look at this emote. Look at that emote. That's sick. Hey, what's up, John? Who pays for the Grace Solo slot 2 is a scam? Yes, it's a scam because it lasts only 30 days. One, I'll talk about that real quick. So, if you are ever pushing Abyss, you can go into Grace of Growth. If you bought this one time, so as you see here, it only lasts for 30 days for 1500 Sky Stones. Dumbest thing in the universe. If you buy it, though, and then push through all of Abyss and switch out your characters, it is super nice. Other than that, though, would not suggest it. Okay, that is the only time if you buy it just for that like month period, make sure you get through all of Abyss and allow you to build a bunch of weird characters that you're only going to use one time. That's the one you got, Ignito? That's a serve, and it's a cat with glasses. I don't know what that is. Deity, you're gonna make Hall of Trials guide? No, that is Tristan Wolf. I will never. Are we limited to 5 a day? You're limited to 6 if you do penguins. One thing you can ask your guild to do is request runes, though. If your guild requests runes and everyone requests runes, you can get a ton. Yeah, and it has no cooldown when you swap characters. So here's the other thing with the Grace of Growth. The left side one that is free, you can put a character in there, but when you withdraw them, you're going to have a 3-day delay before you put another one in. This one over here, you can switch character. You can use 7 different characters in a single day and just try them out maxed. So it would be worth doing this maybe one time on your account. Past that, though, never touch it. I still think it's the dumbest system ever. Giving the people the ability to have just one character all the time, there's nothing wrong with that. We're at a point in the game, why not let people? But I guess they lose money because people aren't wasting resources. Is the idea there? Dude, this is terrible. I guess it is just because I have a slow team. Yeah, so if I had double runes, this would be done. Farming runes. Anybody who tells you to build Angelic Montmorency or anything like that, go slap them. Through your screen, just slap them as hard as you can. If anyone tells you to do a single specialty change that isn't like Raz or something that's viable in PvP, so I should slap you. Especially changes in the past were fine because you got those damn books, all right? You got the scrolls that gave you double. Hey, that's not terrible. You don't get those scrolls anymore. Rune costs way too much energy. You did? In the past, I didn't on this one. You used to get those scrolls. The scrolls were sick. We are definitely only specially changing one character, and it's Raz because we can utilize them in PvP. You told me to once? Yeah, I told you back in the old guide. I played 3 years ago. I should slap you. I mean any new player. If you're getting into the game and someone told you to go do a single specialty change, I am someone who has been bitching about specialty change since they released it. Because the idea of a specialty change, you have to go put so many resources in to make a character usable. Why don't you just release the character to us usable to begin with? Why is it so hard? Tristan Wolf vid got 5.3 triple S first try. Yeah, Tristan Wolf is the Hall of Trials guy. Just don't rush Abyss. Take the time to build heroes for each floor after 90. You can do that, but if you want to rush the Abyss floors, that is the play. Spend the 1500. When is part 4 of the guide coming out? After stream. It will be up. Currently, my plan is 5 p.m., which is in 5 hours. And that's as long as everything goes smoothly and I get everything done. There's no problems with the render. That's one thing is it's not. I still have to. I record the video and then have to render it. It's always like around an hour-long video, and rendering an hour-long video, I don't have the greatest PC in the world anymore, so if the render messes up or anything goes wrong, then I have to re-render, and it's like an hour-long process for each render. So it takes a while. And then I have to upload it, which my upload speed's good at least. But my PC is not the best anymore. All right, what was that? AO Deity, how are you today? Can I see your Harsetti? I mean, my Harsetti doesn't have anything on her. She has 2 pieces of gear. Oh, actually, while we're doing this, I guess I can do some arena. I want to be doing multiple things at once, as much as I can. So here, that's the team. But yeah, Harsetti doesn't have gear on her yet. She's level 50. She doesn't have any awakenings. Renak 300 speed. I think I will be able to build a 300 speed Renak. Ooh, actually... yeah, easily 300 speed. I can get a 300 speed Renak in the first 3 weeks of this account. So I have 2 weeks left to get 300 speed Renak. I am going to do it just to show everybody, because that's average 18 speed, right? 18 speed per piece, or 18.5. So you need like at least 3 19s. 3 days stuck looking for a guild. Have you looked in Discord, in my Discord server? Are you going to replace Angelica and Growth eventually? I'm not worried about doing it right now. I mean, if you want to take Angelica off your Grace of Growth, you can. What is the team to solo? Hell Golem? To solo? Hell Golem. What do you mean, solo it? I could get a 310 Renak right now? Yeah. I guess if she has the same base speed as Rand, mine would be... but I don't know about the gear, because she doesn't need crit chance or crit damage, which makes her a little bit weird for me to build. I think a system where players can recall units, they will never do that. They lose too much money doing that with how long the game's been out. You're just going... that's the thing that you have to accept with Epic 7, is you're going to waste resources on characters that are going to follow the meta. But the nice thing is when you have old characters that are already mulleted and they do end up getting a buff in the down the road, and you start using them again, it feels really nice, because you're like, all right, well, I already invested into them back in the day. That's one thing that happened with Blood Moon Haste. He came back and I already had him fully maxed out, because I used to use them constantly. And when he came back, I already had him good to go on everything, fully molded. That wouldn't be pay to win. It's too free to play. It's too free to play. It's going to lose them a lot. When are you going to start building PvP units then? Tomorrow on this account. But for the guide series, for the actual guide series on YouTube, I won't be building PvP units until I clear chapter 4. How long are you streaming tonight? Well, it is the morning for me. I'll probably stream about another hour. I'd say about another hour, and then I'll go crank out the YouTube videos for the day. True from business points, too much of a loss? Yeah, it's just too much of a loss. Where's your Camilla on that account? We haven't unlocked her yet. You have to get a little bit further in the story, I believe. I'll go check. I do have Camilla, but... oh, actually, Camilla. Oh, that's the team, isn't it? When do you get... oh, no, I just messed my contact up. Okay, I think we're good. Did it fall out? Oh, it's still in. Will part 4 of the guide be out soon? Yeah. Can you turn on game volume for Stene ult? The game volume is on, isn't it? Oh, the game volume might not be on right now. Oh, you guys on YouTube have it awkward. You have no sound at all, do you? You just have my voice. Oh, it's funny. The game volume isn't on. Hold on. Is it because I turned it off? Oh. Well, there you go, I guess. We came just for the voice. That's disgusting. I think you're on the wrong website again.
Don't close your eyes.
Okay, now can you hear it? We're suffering through your voice somehow. You guys gotta tell me, like, where's the game audio? Where's the boost?
It's nothing personal.
All right, you can hear it now. See, I think it's LD player. I had to reset it. I had to reset my... oh, sorry, that's too loud now. Let me turn down. I'm kind of charm screwed at the moment. Next week you won't be. So with the carrot event next week, everyone will be good on charms.
The time has come.
Too loud? I turned it down. Okay.
I have no
Turn it down a little bit. We should be closer to good. New account, Renak 300. If I name my account Renak 300 and I don't get her to 300, that's embarrassing. Fast neck on my main's 19. I mean, that's not bad. My new account rolled a 23 speed neck though. Yep, that's the new account. Dude, I swear new accounts roll faster gear. Every account I play ends up with a super high speed piece of gear within the first, like above 20, like 23 or above.
It's an endless nightmare.
It's very weird because my main account, I've been trying to get I haven't got a speed upgrade on my main account, and like anything above my current top speed, which is only 23. I don't have any anything above 23 speed. I have 150 20 to 23 speed pieces, like in that range, 150 of them, but I can't get anything above 20, 23 for, I mean, 6 years of playing.
Grant me power, Lord Noise.
I hit Challenger 5 with the story team recommend to use. Camilla's a beast. Yeah, Camilla's very good. I need to go see exactly where you unlock her. I rolled 21 speed on the Rune HP neck my first week. That's huge. I don't even craft on my main anymore. I just stack resources. I very rarely roll a gear. It's like once a month I'll do a little gear roll, but I usually am just farming unrecorded history for the gold to refresh Skystones to some new characters. My gear quality is good enough to be able to try out the things that I want. I'm not trying to get my gear any higher. It's not gonna change how I play the game at all, because I'm not trying to push to be top PvP ever. I have pretty solid gear. And can you play more Weeb songs? We're on Weeb songs, are we not? Oh no, I'm on Best Gaming Music Mix 2024. My bad. Anime music. I can't hear the music, by the way.
Out of respect,
We'll go here.
I'll use all my might. With each
I rolled 25 speed neck yesterday. I can build a 304 Renek on that account, but not my main. Yep.
degrade yourself.
80, what artifact should we get from the episode 3 selector? Good question, because I don't know what all's on it. What else on episode 3 artifact selector? I've never considered that, because you would never take an artifact in the past. You have to pick between a character or an artifact. I don't know if there's anything good on it.
Your reckless greed.
Which gear do you slap on your Stene? The speed set. I'll show my build after this. There's probably a couple of characters you guys asked for that I forgot at this point. I'll let this fight finish and go to my inventory.
There's nothing more.
Are normal carrots lost for week 2 of the event? I don't think so. You just can't go buy anything from week 1. The carrots will carry over. You just can't use them on week 1 rewards anymore. You can use them on week 1 rewards, except for the infinite claim stuff. So any of the thing that has a number of total purchases you can buy with the carrots next to it, you can buy those. But the ones that let you buy unlimited right now, those will be gone. But your carrots should carry over. I haven't heard anything about your carrots resetting. What's the current time for you? Noon. It is 12 p.m. Okay, so characters though. Let me hide my face game so you can see full stats. And that's the Tamarin just on the free gear it gives her. Slowly upgrading it. Can you reforge these? Yeah, you can't reforge these. That's why they did it. They didn't want to give a piece that you could reforge. It lets you reforge these ones, but for some reason they made it to where you cannot reforge. They gave the old wyvern set with the you can. No, you can't. Can you? Wait, can you actually? Oh, you can? Oh, it's just because it's not plus 15. Ah, that's very weird. Does it take golem or does it take wyvern to reforge it? Good call there. That's weird though. Which resource does it take? Wyvern? It does take wyvern. I wish that took golem. Okay, but yeah, there's the cigarette, same regular gear. So the thing with the cigarette though is I would switch gear from my Mui if I leveled it up onto her. But this wyvern team almost never fails. But I would put some of the pieces of effectiveness since he's already overcapped. And Fear's well, Fear's missing a sword. Let's put something back on him. I've been running wyvern. I don't think no, I definitely haven't run it since I did that. Put this on. That's fine. We got a decent stockpile of charms now, though. Kind of nice. That's rolling actually really high, too. 5 off max. Okay, and then you want to see Spectani. This is Spectani. Okay, and the Tyria. I'll show the Brig too, I guess. Just so any of you that are curious. Guys, I want to try to get to... Can I show my Batman? Does that mean my wiener? Because if so, no. Oh, also, if you guys are not subscribed on YouTube or following on Twitch, whichever, if you're willing to subscribe on YouTube, I want to try to push for 50K by like my birthday. Because I have like a 3-year restart and a bunch of other games to be doing guides on, and we're gaining like 200 subs a day right now. So I'm on pace that if I can continue the same momentum, we could hit it. Would be appreciated. You don't have to. Why do you sound so sad? Because I have to sneeze really bad. So anytime it rains, my allergies get super messed up, and it is raining right now. Really managed to stabilize the wire one-shot team on 2-month account to bring through lease this weekend. Hopefully you get some decent gear along the way. I pulled Sigurd from daily. Can I build her now or wait for hunt? Wait for the hunt thing. I think it's retroactive, but just wait for the hunt thing to start building her. Okay, so all of that's done. What was the next thing we're working on? It's just getting Raz, right? Because this is the Mort fight. Is there anything else I can do while this is farming in the background? I guess you guys want to do some ML summons? Otherwise, we can make a tier list. Yeah, I guess we can do the tier list. Otherwise, it's I watch some Moonlight Theater stuff. I have to do this anyway to go through who's the Moonlight pick. You have 38,000 Skystones. Think about refreshing shop or secret shop makes me tired, man. Just do small amounts at a time. That's my best advice. When you have a bunch of Skystones, just go and do even just 500. Just if say you have a background battle going. Smash or pass list. I don't think that's gonna help a new player at all. AD, how you doing? Quick question: what's better, farming Rift or normal hunts? Depends on what kind of player you are. If you're a new, I don't advise any new player farming Rift until you've been playing for 2 months at least.
Your pitiful resistance.
Why are you so against reading? What do you mean? I just don't want to.
Is here.
Plus, other people are going to read it, so I don't want to spoil it if they want to go read it on their own.
Has no place for
Is Rune at cleave only? No, she's just opener support style character. You don't have to use her for cleave. You can use her for anti-cleave, even. Will you recommend in the guide to summon on Rune? I mean, she's limited. That's one thing I didn't even notice, that she was a limited character. So probably yes. She seems really good, and she's easy to build because she has high base speed. So I think everyone can utilize her. And 7,000 fixed damage is amazing. Spare us with this, please, sir. Okay, so do we make the tier list? Anybody have this Cecilia bot? If you are willing to sit through this, you can watch me do some Mystic Summons. But otherwise, we can just do the damn PvE tier list. I watched Card 6 video on the dude that made a new account. A lot of good tips you can take from there as well. Have you watched Card 6 video on the dude that made a new account? What do you mean, the dude that made a new account? Card 6. Okay, you got the tier list thing, thank you. I have not really watched any Card 6 stuff in a very long time. He's been around as long as I have. He's an awesome guy, but I don't know how much he keeps up with the game or anything. He made a vid about a dude that made a new account. Oh, okay. And just how you can probably give some insight on it. It's pretty cool. Is it like someone who's just getting into the game, or is it someone who just made a new account that is like new to the game? Do you think it's worth to use gold carrots for the Covenant chest for a new account? The only time I would say it's worth maybe gambling on that is if you tried to summon on Deanne and the new Crowl and you had to go to pity on both. The guy that got Ember in 2 months? Okay. I heard someone recommended hand guide to Mr. Pokey. Has recommendation changed? I mean, Death Dealer Ray is the best. I would not push anybody to go for Meteor Karik unless you have Death Dealer Ray. I haven't suggested Meteor Karik for like 3 years. Press space with center. I have space set up as a hotkey, so I just press it and it clicks through it. Even Sea Lish is not worth right now? I don't think so. I don't think Sea Lish is worth it. Because there's too many other characters with higher base speed. There's too many openers. So you're not going to be able to build a Conqueror Lilius that's going to be able to compete in speed. And if she doesn't get turned and set up your team, she's useless. she's going to probably just die. I don't see people being able to use her well. Death Dealer Ray is by far, it's not even close on who's the best character in there. Death Dealer Ray is like 3 tiers above every other character. Silas is great with Fire Crow, but that's if you, for a new player trying to utilize that, are you going to be able to? She can pair well with him. I mean, getting the defense buff from Vigor buff is great. I just don't see many people succeeding with it. You should wait after you get your ML tickets. Yeah, but the thing is, if it's only gonna be one in like what? How many players that are gonna end up getting the character they picked off this? It's not gonna happen to many people. It'll happen to some and it'll hurt, but otherwise, there's a lot of Moonlight 5s in the game. The chance of you getting a dupe on this is not the highest. Which chest is for bookmarks? It's the week 1 chest. It's a Covenant bookmark chest. And you're an old player, Judas. That's only new players that have the bookmark chest. I don't think returning players have that. Or old players. It's a new player only thing. How much light ML5 units does E7 have right now? I think it's pretty much 50-50 in terms of the total elements. In Artifacts Episode 3 selectors, Wings of Light and Shadow, Double-Edged Crescent, Ancient Dragon's Legacy, Twilight Calamity, Misha, and Spear of New Dawn, or Snow Crystal, and Selector Wrath, Merciless Glut, Unseen Observer, Rise of Monarch. None of them are very good. Rise of the Monarch. Is that what I use on my Imperial Illinav? Is that the barrier one? The Episode 3 selectors are not very good. I restarted a new account, just feel the grind again. Z248, I respect it. That's what I do. It's fun. The honeymoon phase, getting into Epic 7 is amazing. Why no Bastion or Pelusia? Because I don't think Lilius is an option you can pick in the Season 2 selector. Is Guard Captain Crow good? How easy to build for new players? Easier than most characters. Guard Captain Crow is pretty new player friendly. And he allows you to fight Afternoon Soak Flan to an extent. Hey Judas, thanks for resubbing as well. For PvE or PvP, Death Dealer Ray, it's for PvP. He has no PvE use case. But he is infinitely, like, he has been a top tier character for like 2 years. Like, first pickable character in RTA. I hit the 100x bookmark on a single pull and stop, worried my luck rolled high. Yeah, that's what I would do. If you want to slam a couple in there, you can for the Covenant bookmark if you're a new player. But I wouldn't do too many. I slammed a couple just to see, and I didn't get a single bookmark. So here you go. If you want to react to a different view to early game than what you have. How long is it?
Your pitiful resistance ends here.
Renek is a beginner friendly or too hard to build? It's gonna be hard to build there. It's 53 minutes. I'm not watching a 53-minute video. What's it? How does his opinion differ? What's different in their opinion? Because the thing is, if they're someone who pushed Emperor on a new account or something, that means they're fully going in for PvP, which is what 95% of players aren't doing getting into Epic 7. Okay, that's the problem. I've done guides for years. I know what the general player starts this game for and the reason they're wanting to try it. And generally, they aren't going all in for PvP, which means if that's what that person's doing, they're obviously going to have a way different like outlook on the game. He didn't go to Emperor, nothing. Okay, it's not that. It's full PV, okay. Yeah, my guide is a mixture of PvE and PvP. We set your PvE up, but we're taking characters that can allow us to have a barrier to entry of PvP along the way. It's like 120 Abyss already and everything. Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't go that crazy. And a lot of us see, oh, yeah, no. That is playing, that's a full PvE player. But that is the other extreme that most people don't stick with the game pass. They don't. I wonder what the number of players who actually beat Abyss 110 are. How worth is it to build him a Rowana? Not worth it unless you're very fast. Does sleep trigger if he does a dual attack? No, Death to the Ray cannot dual attack. Death to the Ray skill 1 cannot pull somebody behind it. Any character that has a sleep on their skill 1 generally cannot dual attack, because it defeats the purpose of having the sleep on the skill 1. Hey boss, wish me luck on my Mystic for our setting, and I'll wish you luck on your gambling. Well, I'm not going gambling. I'm going to the casino next week. I don't know what day. One day, because my mom's coming into town and they're bringing up like a family friend who has cancer and is dying. So they want to, she wants to go gambling with me because my mom tells her about all the crazy experiences I have. So I'm going to go and try to make sure that person has a fun, probably last time gambling. So I'll go pretty hard next week and try to make it enjoyable for her. But otherwise, I don't really have any. Oh shit, damn, sorry. It's a long-term family friend. I mean, it is what it is. They're old. The sad thing is she lost her husband recently and lost her son. Her son had a heart attack. So she's been through a lot of shit. So my mom goes and like helps her with stuff and is trying to help take care of her, and that's just, she tells her about me, and she's been like super excited to go to the casino with me. I'm trying to do one nice thing for somebody. I gotta be on my A game that day to make sure it's fun. Even if we lose, I'll make it fun. Final wish to go gambling is pretty cool. Well, it's not a final wish, but it's like, it's just something she wants to do. The thing is, when you're old and if you plan your life out right, you have money, okay? And there's nothing you're gonna do with the money, and her family died. She doesn't have anyone to leave her like stuff to, so she's just having fun. She's living her life and doing what she can. I mean, she has like some family friends, but she doesn't have any direct family. So it's like, why did they build this like empire of everything if there's no one to leave it to? So she's just in a really sad spot. So I'm gonna go try to make sure she has a really fun day. And you should be. Well, I watch Vegas Matt. I watch Vegas Matt every day. Every day, 1:45 p.m. His news video comes out in an hour and 30 minutes. I think I don't. When's the Wind Rider girl coming out? I think 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks from now. I don't know, it might be next week, May 1st. Yeah, 2 weeks. Relevant question, someone with like 8 5-star characters, what's a good limited to nab from the selector? My pick is going to probably be Seaside Bologna. Do you hit on 16? Depends on what the dealer has. One of the coolest hands I played, you guys probably already heard the story. It was Monday. I won 3,000 on Monday, 2,000 on slots, and then, well, it was 2,800, but basically 3 grand. But I had an $800 hand of blackjack, and I got dealt a pair of 2s. I had just sat down too, but I got dealt a pair of 2s against a 3. So I split my 2s, and I hit, well, you have to take a card on both. So I had both of them hit 9. So I had 11 on both hands, and it was a $200 hand. Then split, it was a $400 hand, and then I doubled on each of them. So it was an $800 hand of blackjack against a 3, and I won it. It was so cool. It's the biggest hand I've ever done. You quadrupled the money? Yeah. I went in with, I usually take 600 when I go, and I went out with 28, so. Very fun day. But I have no interest in, whenever you win big, you don't want to go back to the casino right away, because you don't want to just give it back. You want to sit on it for a while and then go play again. A lot of people struggling with Mort. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. That's why I'm building up Raz and everything. A good day sounds like, yeah, that's the thing with gambling, is like your like payout rates for everything is going to be like, you're always going to be at a position where you're going to lose 5%. And now you could go to the casino 5 times in a row and lose every time, but if you played a lot over a long period of time, you will get closer and closer to that 5% total down. And for the amount of entertainment I get out of it, it's worth 5%. That's the same price of going to movies or going and doing anything else. So I don't care if you guys think I'm a degenerate, whatever. We're playing gacha games. If you do Pokemon cards or anything, it's the same thing. I like to have fun, and that is one of the things that I do to have fun. I do not go there to win money. I go there to get out of the house, eat some good food, because they have the best restaurants anywhere around. Do you play Hold'em? I do not play Hold'em. I play Baccarat, I play Blackjack, I play Roulette quite a bit. I do play slots a bunch. Minus 5% EV isn't bad, it's not. I mean, it depends on what you play, but the general, if you play slots, it can go all the way down to minus 12 EV, which that's where, but slots are for rich people. Rich people are people with gambling addictions. And I am someone who plays slots, but I don't play them as much as I play table games, because table games like Baccarat's the most 50-50 thing in a casino. If you play enough hands, you're going to end up very close to even. But if you quit when you're way down, you're going to always be way down. If you keep playing while you're way up, you're going to eventually be down. Now I get it, everyone has their vices, and yeah, I agree. Casino buffets, dude. They have so many good restaurants. I started getting there's this Italian sandwich. I started getting there this week. Oh, it's so good. It's the best sandwich I have gotten at any restaurant in probably the last 10 years. But I won $10,000 one night playing blackjack. See, that's the dream. My biggest wins at the casino, I've had 2 different $6,000 days. I won a major on a Dragon Link game, and then I played. So both of my biggest wins were slots. Whenever I play blackjack, I usually don't buy in. I buy in for like 400, 500, and if I double my money, I leave. So I either lose it or double it. Those are the 2 things. And when I get to double, I don't allow myself to keep playing, even though I would love to keep playing. Maybe on my birthday this year, I'll go in with like a bigger budget and play just stupid, and I'll either win or try to leave the casino with 10 grand or leave with nothing. But otherwise, I try to keep it within a certain budget so that I don't go over what I would normally spend going and doing other things. Without the labyrinth farm anymore, do you farm for upgrade materials for ring and necklaces? It's all just arena fights, so you'll just farm arena. I have more fun on my ult because I cooked my account by farming way too much rift. It's overloaded gear. That's literally what I talked about in the video, Alex. That's funny. What's your budget then? Generally, my budget when I go to casino is 600. I go with 600 and I leave. If I get up to 1,000, I'll leave. So 40% increase. If I lose it all, then I lose it all. And over the course of the year, before that $3,000 day, I was down 3,800, and then now I am currently down like right at 1K, which is where I want to be. I want to be as close to even as possible. If I ever get down more than 5K, I will not go back. If I ever get up like 30K, I won't go back either, but I just have too much fun with it. Isn't that a 66% increase? 600 to 40? Yeah, it's 66. So that's my bad math there. But either way, that's just how I go play. 600 a week is insane. Oh, it's not 600 a week, it's 600 a session. Okay, and whenever you win on a session, it ends up very close to your even for the month. Okay, so one session, if I win, I bring 600 in the next time, and I have 400 left over from the time before, and I'll lose it all, and then I'm technically only down 200. And what if I win more? It balances out very well, but no, I don't. I don't do that I don't do that. That's if you're not a gambler, you don't truly understand the math that goes into it. It's hard to make it make sense. I apologize if you think raid money. It is literally raid money. I think Stake should sponsor you. I don't want to gamble on stream for you guys. That's so degen.
Why don't you test your luck?
I don't want you, because the thing with Stake is it's trying to promote you guys to go do it. I don't want you guys to go do it. If you unless you're like doing similar to what I'm doing, you're not going to win money. You're going to get out of the house and have a fun night and spending the same amount that you would in a general having fun session. Then cool, but otherwise I don't want to push you guys over to go get into the Stake website and lose a shit ton of money. It's a terrible thing. Because you see me win one time on stream, like I want to do that. Are you gonna fight more today? Yeah, that's a goal. I'm trying to do Raz specialty change right now. How much did that do? I did what, 215 runs? My funniest scene of the story is my first trip to one, my friend gave me 20 bucks and forced me to come. I randomly found a penny slot that was ready to pay out. I made 100 off that and then left to pay my friend back and brag. Played some roulette and made another 20, got bored and tried to go back to the slot, and some granny had taken my spot, which is fine, and handcuffed herself to the machine. Yep, that's what they do, dude. The amount of old people that go there and bet like 25 cents or 50 cents on a machine and will just sit there all day. That's actually, I think that's one of my family members that does that. And it's funny. I mean, if that's what you have fun doing, though, I'm not judging. I get it. Because especially when you're old, what are you going to do when you're old? If you're out of shape or anything and have like no interest of going and doing anything else, I get it. You want to be out of the house. I want to be out of the house and I'm young. So I completely understand if I was older. I get it. Play DJ and gotchas, yeah. That's what we'll do when we're older. That's the thing, is we're the gaming generation. We'll be playing something wherever technology goes. Where do I farm for unknowns? You just click go next to the stage is what I do. I haven't gone and seen what the best place to farm was, but that's just what I do for the unknowns. That's whatever stage it just took me to. I'm sure there's potentially a stage that's better, but that one seems to work. I'm young, yeah, Unk. Okay. Bro, you can play COD RT6 all day? No, I can't. I'm too old. You guys know I was a Call of Duty player. Any of you guys are like new to my channel, that's what I did. I was in, like, there were Call of Duty organizations like FaZe. There's one called SOAR, one called Obey. I was in all of them but FaZe. And I have a million COD videos up. Yeah, I was SOAR Deity. I have a bunch of COD videos from that time. I had some huge montages. And that's what I used to do. My reflexes aren't what they used to be. I can't keep up with young kids. It's impossible. I cannot do like playing Fortnite. I have some Fortnite videos. I have a bunch of shooter videos. I'm still okay at Apex. Not really. I was good for a while, but I feel like I'm even worse now. I missed MW2 times. Modern Warfare 2 is my favorite game of all time. I have like three years of my life in MW2. It is by far the best video game to ever be released. And the only reason I don't play it anymore is because it's they let the servers go to shit and you can't play. It's a hacker in every single game, like spin botting. But Modern Warfare 2 Call of Duty is my favorite time of gaming in my life. Honestly, just my favorite time in life because all my friends played with me in IRL and my online friends. So I always had something to do. Now all my friends are old. I'm the only one that still games. Are you playing any gear guide? I have my old gear guide. IW4X hit some clips, old man. I have hit some clips on IW4X, but it's not. Sniper clips aren't cool. I like hitting clips against people that are going super sweat, like the Hardoom. If any of you played MW2 and saw the name Hardoom, hitting clips on Hardoom was one of the greatest feelings. I don't want to go hit a clip on 7 other snipers. The clips look like shit. I want raw, legit clips. If we're talking about first shooters, I said Rainbow Six is one of the best of all time. If you want some fun and not competitive, and COD 3 all the way, especially with zombies. COD 3. I don't know if I've ever played COD 3. I played COD 4 a lot. I don't know if I ever touched Call of Duty 3. Levels this guy. 41. We got this, right? Man, you missed out, did I? But the gear, I already have a gear guide that's linked in a lot of my most recent videos you can check out. COD 4 is mid to pay to win. COD 4? What do you mean it's pay to win? You couldn't even spend money on the game back then. I'm talking about COD 4 from 2000 and whatever. 2014 or whenever that game came out. Oh no, it was 2010. That COD 4, not the new one. Black Ops 2, I wasn't a big fan of it, but I do have a bunch of videos on it.
Grant me power, Lord Noyas.
Yeah, MW1, COD 4's MW1. But no, guys, I do not play the new Call of Duty. They are they're not Call of Duty. Call of Duty's an arcade shooter. And they tried to turn it into this futuristic bullshit that it ruined Call of Duty. I like the old arcade shooter style of the game, and they completely killed it. And it's sad. COD Ghost, hated by most, loved by few. So COD Ghost, I almost joined FaZe during that time. That was my first year of college. Call of Duty Ghost was skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking killed shooters for me. I don't even like playing Apex anymore. But there was a time, there's a guy named FaZe Blue, and I was like sending videos over to my guy, and there was a certain person that ran the org I was in, and then there was a guy named Blue that was also killing it in Ghost, and Blue got in over me, and that was like this just super like depressing time in my life because I was grinding my ass off. Blue was nice. Yeah, Blue's super good at sniping. But yeah, FaZe Blue. I'm followed by a lot of the FaZe guys on Twitter and used to talk to them. Used to play with Blue, Dirty. I feel like I did something with him at some point. FaZe Kitty, I used to enter a bunch of his like montage challenges, and I won a couple of them.
And the arrogance of a fool.
But any of you guys that were in like the sniper community for Call of Duty, I used to run something called Sniping Showdown. So Sniping Showdown, I would do like a big tournament for all the different like clans of Call of Duty, and that was actually, I used to pull, like that's where a lot of my viewership came from for my initial, or like originally getting partnered on Twitch. I used to have like 1,000 viewer streams way back in the day, which was insane. I gotta lie, FaZe Ramos. FaZe Ramos though, the person who could do it all. He's the trick shotter and the sniper. Hell yeah. Are you still gonna do a new crafting guide? The old one's still valid. If I do a new crafting guide, it's gonna be going over other gear sets. How far are you in path? Like 27. I did it all, trick shot, sniping, and knifing. Yep. Trust me, I've been through it all too. MW2 Commando, lightweight Commando. Skid Row, lightweight Commando running around inside the middle when the opponent had B flag. Oh, buddy.
You degrade yourself.
In the name of the goddess, a prayer.
Oh, FaZe Ramos. Sorry, no, Ramos is not who I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of FaZe Aqua. Aqua, way super original FaZe member that could do it all. I don't think I meant Ramos. Ramos was a trick shotter. Was it FaZe Aqua? It was somebody that was like OG FaZe from the first couple years of them being a group. Pretty sure I'm thinking Aqua. He was sick. Not thinking Ramos. Ramos was a trick shotter. Maybe. My favorite FaZe member of all time, FaZe Lowy. FaZe Lowy is sick.
Don't be afraid.
I may actually go watch some montages after this. Pull on Polytus? I'll pull on Polytus, okay, after this fight. You got your first YouTube contract due to COD Ghost, even join YouTube Gamers. Hey, COD Ghost was... I don't like the game, but it was okay. Do you like the new phase? I don't know. I don't know too much about them. It seems like they're not the... The thing I don't like about anyone who creates IRL content is they're just going and annoying the public. Like going and having cameras, and like the idea that if I go out into public and I have to be on some stream and I want to pick my nose, or like, you should, even if you're out in public, you should still have some level of privacy, and all IRL streamers go and prevent that. So if I ever see like a IRL streamer with a camera and setup, I'm leaving, I'm going back home. I hate that that's the thing. I spend my whole life on camera anyway. I don't want to go out into public and have to deal with that too. I hate the idea of invading other people's privacy, and just because you're in public, you should still be entitled to some level of privacy. Can you show me some clips of yours? And if you at me in Discord, I'll send you some of my old videos. I have to go find them. Are you going ham on Ethereum Restart? Yes, I am. I have an Ethereum Restart contract, so I will be making a ton of Ethereum content. We'll see how much we like it. But yeah, Ethereum Restart, I'll be structuring all my stuff just like Epic 7. The most base take you have yet? I just don't like it. People are like, why don't, even like people asking me to go to the casino and like record my stuff. When I'm there, the idea of having a camera, one, people that are at the casino, they don't need any scrutiny of they're on a video. So I don't want to invade other people's privacy, because I would hate to have mine. I don't want people seeing me if I decide to go to the casino and gamble $10,000. No one needs to know that I am being an absolute idiot.
There's nothing more absurd.
The casino lets you record. You can if you get permission. My casino, I've never seen somebody recording in, but I know that I'm sure that if I ask them, they would let me. Like I'm pretty in good with the dealers and my hosts and stuff. I just wouldn't show the dealers' faces. I would just show the table, and the slots, you just point at the slot. But I would make, if I ever did record that kind of stuff, I would make sure never to include someone who is just passing by or anything. The new phase is Dogwater. Well, they're just IRL content creators, and I don't think they go around harassing people too much, but if I just don't like it. It's bad for the next generation, because it's going to make other people that don't know the boundaries go out and do stuff like Jack Daughtery or whatever. That's the worst person I've ever seen in terms of someone who should not have a platform, because they're just helping create a generation of idiots, and it's super sad to see. It's going to make me never want to go and leave my house again as I get older.
be afraid.
Do you think the new chibi game by Smilegate going to better than Ether? No, Ether Restart's going to be bigger than most other games. All right, I'm summoning on Polytus. I know you're about to type it. Your fingers are on the keyboard. I know they're there. You can erase your message. We're in here. We're summoning. That goofball crashed his car in Germany, and his first train of thought was, "Hey, let's clip farm the shit." Exactly. It's disgusting. What, brother? We have become the boomers we complained about. I never complained about them. That's the thing. Is like, a lot of the old people in my life, I understood the viewpoints they had, and that's I'm gonna do single summons, and it's carried over. Like, some of the boomer viewpoints obviously were dumb, but some of them made sense. And the sad part is these people that are creating, like, so many parents, especially nowadays, they just let their kids play on phones, and they're just always all day consuming the content of people that should not be a role model for a young generation. And it's going to create them and to become monsters for society as well. And it's not good. We don't have that many good people that are like the young people's content creators. So I think we're doomed. Because we had TV, and TV had some limitations as to what you put on TV. Okay, so the shows we watched, we had some pretty extreme shows, but overall, things were not bad. That was the fastest batch of bookmarks I've ever summoned. Holy cow. And like, we turned out decent, I think. Like the millennial generation, but the newest one, Top G will lead the youth. Oh, brother. Yeah, the news phase members, like I said, I can't say anything bad about them because I've never seen a situation where they're just going and creating a huge problem for everybody around them. But I still don't like the fact that they're going and, like, just another one of the super, never mind. We won't go into all that, but I don't like content creation in an IRL stance. I do not like it. Unless everybody involved that's even on the video or screen for a millisecond is giving permission and okay with it, I still think any kind of recording should be done in studio or closed rooms. Or if you sign up to go to an event, they tell you that to go to this event, you should always know. Well, yeah, I will never cover Hall of Trials. Hall of Trials is you will go to Tristan Wolf. Tristan Wolf is the Hall of Trials guy. There's certain content I don't touch in the game because there are already content creators that focus that content, and I don't want to split viewership between me and them for that content. And I'm lazy. But oh, you look like Jack Dollar. You know I do, because I'm white. I look like every other white dude that's ever existed. I legitimately, every day in YouTube comments or on Twitch, I will have someone say, "Oh my gosh, you look like X white person." I look like all of them. Okay. You look like Eminem. See, there's one there. It's every single day I have. You look like PewDiePie. You look like Sam Winchester from. I look nothing like Sam Winchester from Supernatural. Nothing. There's no similarity in us whatsoever. And I got that comment. They legitimately will say any white dude, I look exactly like them. And it's kind of funny. Look like Samuel L. Jackson. You kind of look like Sea-Dog? No, I do not. If you put a picture of me up next to Sea-Dog, we do not look the same at all. Like, pull up a picture and put it next to the screen right now of Sea-Dog. There's no similarity whatsoever. Our eyes are nowhere close to the same. We don't have the same nose. You look better than Sea-Dog. All right, I'm not trying to get glazed up here, but thank you. Look like one white dude, you've seen them all. See, you guys are allowed to say that. You know the craziest thing with that is you guys can say that. If I came out and said any other type of person looked like any other type of person, I'm under fire. How are you guys allowed to say this shit to me? I can't say anything. You know that's the case if any of you are any other ethnicity. If I came out and said, "Oh, you look like every other," I'd be getting cooked right now. We are privileged. Oh, that's funny. White tears. It is what it is. I feel like we're overall, like, society's in a pretty good spot. The people that don't go the extra mile, and you can have fun bantering with each other, but you just see the extreme examples of the people that hate each other. That's what makes it look like it's bad. But generally, I've never been around someone that's like super against another group. When I was young, I would say my neighbor, or all the old people around me, really bad. I live in a very conservative area. The old people, tough. I won't go into the examples. I've talked about them on stream before, but they were not good. And other than that though, as I like moved away from that really small town area, I've never had any issues. Tier list, are we doing tier list? You don't need to say it aloud if it's true. What? I want you to look at my raid account sometime. I'd be down. Are you a newer player or older player? How do you get that Tyria skin? You're gonna have it. You just go to hero and then you can equip it from here. Yeehaw. You don't need to say it aloud if it's true. What, that things aren't that bad? I don't think, I live in a very conservative area and I've never really seen like the extreme examples of it in my adult life. It's just, I'll see one video online that's an extreme example and that's such an isolated case that makes it look like things are way worse than they are. I don't know. Maybe things are bad in certain areas, but I came from the internet. COD lobby behavior was common, so I have thick skin for it. I mean, same as me. I used to get roasted 24/7. I used to roast to the extreme 24/7. I was terrible. I could never get a job if my COD lobby things ever came out. There's no way. I've said some of the most ridiculous shit you could even imagine, because that was just what it was back then. You just tried to say the most ridiculous thing you could. I meant that from people all other races also look like. Yeah. You don't need to say it aloud if it's true. Oh, okay. But yeah, either way, I won't say it. I'm not getting in trouble here. Clippity Deity say the hard R. I'm sure I have many times in my past. And I'm not going to deny it. I would never say it now that I know it's actually a bad thing, but back then I didn't, as a young adult or before then when I was a teenager, I wasn't thinking, I didn't care. I was getting absolutely plastered in the call. Dude, you guys know how depending on what type of ethnicity you are, you know your ethnicity knows how to roast. I was getting cooked. I had no defense. That's all I had. Should I have said stuff like that? No, but that was the internet culture back then. I would never say it now that I'm an adult and know how to use my brain, but back then, I'll say whatever I want. It didn't matter. You guys know you knew how to roast some little skinny white dudes back in the day. What did I have to fight back with? I had nothing. I was just trying to survive in those lobbies. Imagine trying to hold adult childhood behavior against them. That's how it is. I'm sure if message logs could get leaked and you could hear my little voice like saying something stupid, people would try to cancel me for it. That's not the person I am now, but they would definitely try. It's funny. Thank God I finally got one just push file. Yeah, I don't have it yet on this account. So what were we doing? I'll give you the N-word pass. I'm white as a ghost. Don't worry, I will never say that. Low-key miss those days. Oh, we're doing tier list. Does anyone have the Cecilia bot link? Oh. Hey, dude, I'm getting destroyed in Mort story. Any tips? So the team I'm going to be using, I'm trying to build up my Raz for it. So I'm doing Raz specialty change. I'm going to be using Raz and Golem and PvP as well. What role does Ran play? Ran used to be like, for a very long time, one of the top characters in the game because he had a 129 base speed. It was easy to get him to be the guaranteed opener of both teams, which Renak is going to have the same base speed as him too, which is cool. And she's coming out, but he was just an opening character that allowed yourself to cleave. Is successor Tayu strong hard to use? All right, down. Thank you. So we'll make a PvE tier list and I'll just upload it right after stream. What's the best Golem team? For new players, I'm trying multiple different teams. So on this account, I'm doing a different team than the other account. And I'll try to see which one is more higher success or which one has a higher success rate and share my findings. But otherwise, it is some kind of combination of Tamarin, Raz, Sermia, Victorica, or Hazel can work. Mascot Hazel could be good. Victorica's a scam on Golem, is she? Do we spam L tier list? Not this time. We made a tier list back in the day where I told everyone to say the meanest stuff they possibly could during the tier list. And so that YouTube, when they're watching it later, they had no idea. They're like, why is Chet being so mean? What is going on here? Was that my newest tier list I did? That I told you guys to go and just roast me the whole time? Do we spam W tier list? No. No, just let's just be a basic one. There's too many new people coming into the game to goof around too much. Rand has like 6 swords. What is he doing? I don't know. What if one breaks? At what point is a good idea to dive into Expedition? Almost right away. Oh, that was one thing I wanted to check. I'm pulling up the tier list thing right now. I wanted to check the hero and... Wait, sorry. I want to check the recruit, and we wanted to check connections. When do you unlock Camilla? 3-9. So the idea of using Camilla for Golem and everything, we're going to use her... Once we get Camilla, that's when we build all our Expedition teams. But until then, I'm not pushing Expedition teams. New player here when is part 4 coming out this afternoon. It'll be out a couple hours after I'm done with the stream. Bro thinks he's Zoro. What do you think is the best sets to put to farm a rift for both new and old players? Speed set. It's just... Okay. What is it? Speed set. Right now, immunity set's really high value. Destruction set can be good. Counter set. I mean, there's a big list of different ones. It just depends on what character your characters you're trying to build. So HP set is good. I wouldn't do HP set. I would do protection for old players. New players, I still wouldn't do HP set. If I was a brand new player going in there, I would put speed, counter, penetration, immunity. Speed, counter, penetration, immunity. I think those are the 4 I would pick as a new player farming Rift. Are you doing tier list right now? Yeah, I have it open in the background. I'm just have to set it up. New tier list. I don't even know. I have my tier list here. How do I create a new tier list? New hero list? That's pretty nice. Does Tamarin go into the Grace of Growth once you get her? No, you just 6-star her and fully awaken her. Bro's a boomer? I am. I didn't have PC class. I had like 1 year of typing when I was in high school. I was in high school or whatever before there was computer stuff. So I didn't get a chance to learn any of that. You're just showing I'm aware. That's not class. Where was I supposed to learn it? Tier list? Yeah, we're doing a tier list. Everyone wants me to do a tier list. Man, type for a whole year. I used to be one of the fastest typers. I'm still fast. I'm still pretty close to 100 with boomer fingers. Kind of crazy, right? You want me to pull up Type Racer real quick? Now the chat has a house at the bottom of the screen. Oh, down there? True. Well, you have it for now, but you won't have it long term is a problem. Because it'll stretch. 100? That's mid? 100 words per minute? I thought it was pretty fast. If I did it right now, I'd get like 85. That would be my peak. But if I like warmed up for the day and then tonight went and did one, I could get 100 still. Why does it look different? Put chat in the corner and put cam on top of chat. I'm not putting the cam on top of chat. Chat is the most important part of a tier list. All right, we're keeping it down here. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm done because I'm going to sit here. I need to get the damn guide video up. You guys are cooking 30 minutes of my time today. All right, so here we go. You're right above your head, but not the top because I think being able to see upcoming heroes you're about to do. Yeah, I don't want to put it at the top. If anything, I'd put it like right here. Okay. Is this okay? Okay, I'm done. We're going. All right. What is up, guys? It's Mitchell or Deity, and I've been streaming for the last couple days, playing through the new accounts, and I am getting a million requests to do a tier list. Okay, so the thing with tier list Epic 7, they mean nothing. My opinion on each character is going to differ from every other creator's, but at least if you want to follow along this video, I'm going to talk about each different character, whether I think they're very useful for PvE or not. The thing is PvE. Again, Epic 7 gives you every character you need for free to be all PvE in the game. If you summon other characters and try to force them in, you're going to end up failing some of them because certain characters, especially Moonlight 5s, are not designed for PvE. You're going to have a better team if you just stick with what the game gives you for free. But if you want to try to experiment, we'll go and I'll talk about which ones can experiment with. So I have chat over here on the side to help me, hopefully, roast my opinion if I have any weird takes that they don't like. But otherwise, it's going to be a pretty simple video. If you want to skip to the end, you can see that in terms of a picture, I will try to do a picture. The problem is I don't know how really to do it. I think I used an Imgur link, whatever that is, before, but I don't know how long that stays up. is the issue. I'll try to do what I can for those of you guys that want the picture, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So right away, we have our tiers. The PvE gods, there's only a couple that fit into this role, but they're all free characters the game gives you. Then we have the very good, multiple uses, that whereas you can use them multiple locations within the game. The general good, these are just characters that if you want to, you can. That could be decent, or like they have one spot you could use them in potentially. And then the please don't bother will be the biggest list in this. And if I drag a character down there, I'm not even going to talk about them. It's just going to be a quick little thing. So Abigail, right away, I immediately don't think she has any PvE use case. So she maybe could go into could be decent. So one thing with Abyssal Euphine is she can be just generally good. This is already weird. Muted? I am not muted. Oh, the music! Oh, brothers. We're cooked. Idiots. Idiots. Oh my goodness. We're doomed. Alright, but what do you think about Abyssal Euphine though? She can solo Banshee. And she could be used in Abyss. Here we go again, DMCA. We already lost all the revenue. Blaming Chads. You guys full. I can't hear the music in my ears. You guys have to tell me. Lab 2, yeah. Labyrinth and soloing Banshee is pretty nice. Do I have to restart that, man? That's so awkward. That's why I don't make videos when I'm streaming. All right, rehearsal went well. Time to restart. Dude, really? Abigail, though, what do you think of my first two takes? Abigail, she has a defense break, so technically if you want to use her, you could. But you would never put Abigail in there, right? I don't want to struggle in the first couple. I would put her in the please don't bother. She's great for PvP. Just go with it. I'll restart. I'll do a quicker one this time. This is what recording videos is like with me. Your takes are pretty good. Just do it. Okay, I'll just go ahead and let me restart. It'll be fast this time. It's so fucking awkward to do this. Okay. What is up, guys? It's Mitch or Deity, and I've been streaming over the last little bit, making progress on the new accounts, trying to make the guides. And one of the things that everyone keeps trying to push me to do is to make tier lists. Okay, they want a PvE tier list and a PvP tier list. In my opinion, the PvE tier list is pretty much pointless because the game gives you all the characters you need to clear all PvE for free. But I'll go in, talk about each different character along the side. It'll be quick. I'll just give a small little my take on it. Just know all content creators' takes will be different. Everyone who plays the game that has been playing for a long time will have a different opinion than me, most likely. But if you trust my judgment so far of going through the guides and everything, give you what I can, but just know I'm sure this will get a lot of hate every time I do a tier list. People love certain characters, and it just ends up like that. So going in, we have our tiers. PvE gods, the very good. These are characters that have multiple use cases. You can bring them in a couple different forms of PvE. The general good means one or maybe two areas that they could potentially be used in. The could be decent tier. These are the characters I don't suggest, but if you wanted to try them out because you love PvE and that's all you care about and you have a character you like, go ahead. And most of the characters that are going to go in this please don't bother tier. So right away, Afternoon Soak Flan is going into very good. She can be used in almost everything. Dual attacking, she'd be used for speed farming. Very, very good character. Also, I do have chat on the side. I'm going to be looking at it. This is basically a stream VOD, so don't expect some edited quick video. This is like an extra video I'm doing for try to appease the people in stream. So because not all of them are here. This way they have something to watch later for content while waiting for me to get episode 4 of the guide up. So now Abigail, I'm going to put her in please don't bother. She is good for PvP, but for PvE, I would not try to build her and force her in anywhere. Abyssal Euphine, I think she's just a generally good character. You can use her to solo Banshee. Actually, she can solo the hardest level Banshee. It's super slow, don't suggest it, but she can also be used in multiple Labyrinth stages. Just a solid overall character. Ainz, he's a collab character from what's Overlord. He can be used for early Abyss stages. He has like guaranteed, 50,000 damage. That falls off really badly as you progress your account. So if you want to try to use him, go ahead. Albedo, I don't see a spot for Albedo. She has a defense break. She's a tank. She could potentially be in general good if you want to use her in an expedition front tank team. I'll put her there. I guess she adds mitigation. Not the worst. Alencia could be decent. What do you guys think on Alencia? She does have a defense break. She gives defense buff. Overall, she has a lot of skills that could be used in other areas. It's just you generally don't use her because you have other characters, which is going to be the theme of this video. It could be good there, but I, again, don't really see the point of a PvE tier list, but just skip to the end if you are curious, unless you want to hear me talk about a specific character. You can see the order at which they're coming up from this list here. But otherwise, most of them are just going to be Why are you using this? The buff clear could be nice. Yeah, she does have a strip as well. She has everything needed for PvE. She could definitely be usable. Ambitious Tywin, again, he could be okay. He has a decreased defense on his skill 3 to and a provoke, but that provoke doesn't really help at all. It's basically just the AoE decreased defense. And he is a cleanser, and he's a tank, so he can mitigate. Not bad. Ahmed can be used in one of the Nightmare Labyrinth teams. So, and she definitely has a couple places where she could be okay because she also gives crit damage buff from her artifact. Apoc Ravi is going to go in general good as well. She'd be used for Labyrinth. You can use her in, I guess, an expedition team. Otherwise, she could be good for general story clearing as well. I guess I should bring general story clearing because we are going to have chapter 6 soon. So any of these characters could be good for that as well. Why is the worst list on YouTube, and why do I agree? Because this is the worst list on YouTube. I just went ahead and put that so that when people comment this is the worst list on YouTube, I gave you the pre-warning that it was. I did my best. So Silver or Araminta, top right side Nightmare Labyrinth. Only place I could consider maybe using her. General good, well, a lot of the 5 stars are going to go in general good, but 3 stars and 4 stars, pretty much all are going to be in please don't bother. So Archie Mercedes is going to be and could be decent. Do you guys say Fire Amethyst? She had a change in her kit that I don't know. Why are you even naming half these units, Mello? Just put the goats on the list? I'm going to put the goats on the list. People wanted a video of me talking about the characters they pulled. Okay, the thing is, people that pull characters want to hear you talk about their characters. They don't care about the PV gods are all getting them for free anyway. So, it isn't that good still. Araminta's still not up there. I use Carrot for it anyway. Arbiter Villager, I'd say he's very good. He's good for farming, can clear through story. He's going to go up an extra tier because he is the goat farmer. He's going to be better in the Tieria. And I mean, you could use him in the Grass Expedition as well. He is good for that. He's not a bad character overall for general PvE, but he speed farms through a lot of things, and that is giving him some extra viability. Architect Leica, definitely please don't bother. Arya is going to be in the very good tier as well. She can help you set up one-shot teams and can be used for Labyrinth. Arunca, definitely do not bother. Astromancer Elena, no. Balance Zahn could be decent in Grass Expedition and General Labyrinth. He does give a bunch of good debuffs. Took a $50 bride to break accounts, by the way. Okay, Biken, she's going to go in general good because the only place you would use her is to one-shot Banshee, but she definitely deserves some kind of spot for that because she is the lowest gear cost requirement Banshee one-shotter, which is fantastic, but SARS definitely no-go. Bihu, was there a use case for Bihu? I don't think I know of one. Bellion, people love farming with Bellion for some reason. I'll put her here. She has all AoE attacks. If you build her on enough damage, she could be good for your general farming, which I would always use Terry or RB over, again, for you characters you could get. Or some people use her in Nightmare Labyrinth. I know there's a couple teams. Bologna? Does Bologna deserve very good? She almost can. I mean, Bloodstone, you can use her through all of Abyss. Not all of Abyss, but a lot of Abyss. Do you think she belongs up there? I think she almost deserves it next to Arya. I think she could go there. Her anime Sirlong Belly, and I know that's, again, there's a reason most of these characters you won't see in-game players utilizing them in PvE. Benny Maru, he has a defense break. I'm going to put him here. If you want to use him, sure. He has a defense break. He can hit kind of hard. Vegeta is a definite no-go. Blood Moon Haste. Reviver. That has a strip and a heal. Probably could use him. And some kind of content. Blooming Litica, I'm not going to put on there. Bomb Arcana's general good. I think she's solid in a lot of different use cases. I use her in some of my Abyss clearing. She can be good for fire, or almost all expeditions. She could be usable in them. She has a bunch of RNG within her kit. Boss Runka, I do not know anything about this character in terms of, I don't see them usable in PvE. Am I delusional? Where would her use case be in PvE? There isn't one, right? Maybe there is. I bet you there is, because none of your other characters could be targeted. So she's just getting smacked up on. Wait, is Boss Arunca potentially PvE? I'm going to put her here just to be safe. She could be decent. We don't know yet. Briarwitch Assyria, I don't know any use case for Briarwitch Assyria. Brieg is one of the PvE gods, though, given to you for free from the hunt challenges. Okay, everybody gets him, whether you're a new player or coming back to the game. Everyone can get him for free. It's very easy to get him, and he just does everything. He is the general tank you will use for almost every single thing in the game, and that's why PvE pointless, tier lists are pointless. Characters like Brieg. All right, so now Biblis for Nightmare Queen. That's it. Nightmare Queen, right? That's the only place. Or Nightmare Queen Labyrinth, right? Which is so usable in PvE. She has a defense break. Sure, I'll put her there. Go for it. If the character has a defense break, I'll put him in. Could be decent. Yeah, that's the only use case for Biblos, but that's a solid use case. She is a good character. Bystander Hua Young. Put her here. I mean, she can do damage in Sigurd sites, sustain herself, solo some stuff, I'm sure. Cecilia. She has overall decent debuffs. Used for Grass Expedition. She can be used for a couple expeditions, technically, and she could be used for Labyrinth. I think Cecilia's fine. It's like below, and it's a character I would never think about bothering to use because it's a waste of resources. But she has good debuffs. She can be used for Golem too, yeah. So Celine, I do like Celine. I'm going to put her in general good. I don't know if I should put her this high, but for new players, you're going to be building her for PvP anyway. And she's not a free character, but she is on some selectors for different events. And she's really nice for going through story. Okay, she is the easiest substitute for Free Spiriteria for story 3 and 4 that you'll never have to worry about switching anything. Really only good for bosses. I mean, she's good for story clearing. That's the best experience I had going through Epic 7 was during the Dash Pass event where I switched Thierry out for her and I used Brig, Tamarin, Spectre Zebra, and Celine. It made it so easy to go through. Okay, next up, Cerise. I like Cerise. She has a lot of use cases. I used her through multiple Abyss floors, and I also used her for my expedition teams. The dual attack and skill 1 is nice. Sirmia, I think, almost deserves very good. You can use her in Abyss. You can use her in Hall of Trials. You can use her in Golem, Katie's, your expedition teams. Sirmia is really high value, and again, another free character. She's definitely not PV God, but I think she deserves this. I don't want to put her here, but I think Sirmia is great. And the thing is, a lot of people don't bother using Sirmia because of the fact that you have other damage dealers that you build for PvP. Sirmia you would not build for PvP. But if you're a PvE only player, Sirmia would be great for you. Okay, next up, Charles. You can use him. I used him for Banshee to give my team attack buff for a long time. So for a Banshee one-shot team, he's not the one-shotting, but he's setting your team up. Charlotte, Abyss. Not Abyss, sorry. Well, you can use her in one of the floors of Abyss that I'm thinking of, but official, this is not the official. We went from being the official tier list on YouTube to the worst list on YouTube. We got downgraded. Chloe, you can use her in Wyvern if you want. I wouldn't build her for anything other than that. Blue Shu. Shu is a character that I think is fantastic for PvE. Right side Nightmare Raid boss. You can also use her for Fire Expedition. And then just general story clearing. She was pretty successful within that too. I think Shu is a solid character. Closer Charles, I'll put him down. He can be whatever. Command model Leica, does she have any use case? I don't think so. Could you cut this part, tier list, and upload YouTube? It is going to be a separate video. See, you guys, the craziest thing, anyone who watches this video and says, why do people want this? People want this video. It blows my mind because I would not generally do this. I am going to make one for PvP as well. Commander Pavel, I'm going to put him in. Oh, does he deserve general good? He just speeds up everything. He speeds up your, well, he speeds up your farming and your spirit altars. Does he speed up anything past that? Your tier lists are missing something. Could you sometimes also, or give some team examples? I mean, I kind of do. I say where they're usable in. Most PvE team examples that you would ever give out are going to be Brig, Tamarin, and then whatever damage dealer is good in whatever content. That's 90% of all PvE teams is Brig, Tamarin, switch out your damage dealers, and you're good to go. Very few exceptions. Usually it's the Nightmare Labyrinth bosses that are the exceptions. That's it. Okay, so next up, we're going to have Conqueror Lilius. Conqueror Lilius can be generally good. She gives vigor buffs. She gives dual attacking. Overall, I think she just could be decent. She might go in general good. I think Commander Pavel goes into could be decent. Because of what's the one place for him? It's just those two very simple places you can farm with him. You use Arbiter Villager. Once Arby hits twice, Commander Pavel goes and you clear a stage in 2 seconds. So I feel like Pavel needs really good gear to be useful for PvP. For PvE, he barely even needs gear. He just needs to follow up Arbiter Villager to guarantee you clear in that, like, what is it, 9 seconds per stage. He can be nice. Dark Corvus, don't use for PvE. He's a PvP character. Death Dealer Ray is the same. Desert Drill Basaller is the same. Designer a little bit. If you want to try her, she has defense pen. She has really good damage. DDR, the PvE goat. Sure. Destina is a reviver and a cleanser. I think she actually has general good use. You can use her for Abyss. You can use her in your other team. The reason she isn't going to be up any higher is because Tamarin exists. Same with Deanne. She's going to go next to Destina. They're both solid supports for PvE, but there's not much point to use them. So Dizzy is a Very good character for Abyss. Most of you, if any of your new players, Guilty Gear collab character, but she is a star player to clear certain Abyss stages easily. Dragon Bride Senya, I don't know any PV use case for her. Maybe you can make her work. Dragon King Shrune, again, she has no PV use, right? Dragon King, would you ever use her? What bosses stun you? Is there a single boss? Dragon King Shrune has good debuffs, but bosses don't have a class, so you can't land the decreased defense on it anyway. So Dragon King Rune, I would assume, has none. ML Ceremia and ML Shu. ML Shu has no PV use case. ML Ceremia does. Ida, I'm going to say no PV use case. Edward Elric can be okay. I used him as a couple of my Labyrinthine Renac Enabler. I mean, that's PvP, though. You would not use Sharun for any PvE. Elena... What all bosses AoE? Elena... What all you... I know one Nightmare team could use it. I kind of get why people want to list like that. I can't deny it, but the only stuff I bother with, for example, is reading every single story and PvE content. Yeah. Which is fair. You play the game however you want. I completely respect PvE players now. The idea of being able to play Epic 7 for even just a 2-month period of playing through all the PvE and having fun, I get that. I used to not. I used to think if you got an Epic 7, why would you bother if it's not going to be a long-term commitment? Now that I'm older and starting to understand more people's opinions on things, I get it. If you want to just kill 2 months of time while you're bored and like maybe in between games, the Epic 7 is a PvE only game, can be a fantastic choice. And the story is good. Just reading the story alone takes you 2 weeks. All right, so Eligos, I know where I would use Eligos in PvE, right? Dragon King Shrune should be in general good for unbuffable and stun cleanse, CR pushing, and Celestine usage. A few Abyss bosses. I could see Dragon King and could be decent for the Abyss. Maybe there's some Abyss bosses, but she can't defense break. Her S3 isn't going to... and she isn't stopping unbuffable, is she? Oh, she just got buffed, actually. So maybe she could be useful. Hi, what's better, Deanne or Elena? Depends on the boss. So if there's a boss that's going to be AoE attacking you consistently, Elena will be better. Otherwise, Deanne potentially would be the better. If your boss is a single target attacker, it will not be Elena. Elena will have no use case whatsoever there. Elfelt, you can use her in Rift. I used her in Rift, and I think you can set up a potential Golem one-shot team with it. She allows defense break. Elvira for PV, no use case that I know of. Maybe I'm missing something. Amelia basically can go in the same general support area. Imperial Ilanav, I think, has no use case in PV. Why would you ever use her for PV? Next up, Ervalen. Ervalen, boys. Ervalen? You can one-shot Banshee. He just needs crackhead gear to do so. I'm going to put him in Please Don't Bother. He can technically do it, but you shouldn't. All right, Ludwig, we're not using Fairy Tail 10A. Fairy Tail 10A could be decent because of the fact that there is a certain Hall of Trials content where she is very usable. Okay, I need to remember Hall of Trials. Hall of Trials, occasionally the character we think has no use case will come in and have a use case. Faithless Lytica, though, no. Fallen Cecilia, potential use case now? Is there any fixed damage bosses? Or does she not affect fixed damage in boss? I don't know. She's a tank. You could use her if you want. I don't think it's great, but adds survivability. Obviously, you will always use Brieg over her, but it is what it is if you want to. Sorry, Deity, not trying to... Not about the tier list. What should I farm for Rift? I got Fene, and I'm finally soloing the team. If you're a new player, I don't advise doing Rift for the first 2 months of your account. Farm Hunt instead. But if you are going to not listen to my advice, Pog, you can take Speed Set, Counter Set, Penetration Set, and Immunity Set. Those are my first 4 sets that I would say to farm from Rift. And if you have a specific character that needs a specific set, you switch over one of those and farm that. But I would always keep Speed Set in your Rift, and then that gives you 2 4-piece sets, 2 2-piece sets, which is nice. I don't know. That's my current. Wisebro Grazing Cloud counter set. Having counter set's nice. Okay, there are a lot of characters that can be very useful on counter set. But if you don't have any characters that use counter set, you wouldn't farm counter. That's why I don't suggest farming Rift early, especially before you know what you're doing. Fene actually I think deserves PvE God. You can use her in like everything. Do you guys agree? I think Fene is the PvE damage dealer God now. Lone Crescent Blown is up there too. Well, on Sigurd Scythe. I think Fene deserves it. A Fenris, what can he be used? Bottom right side, Nightmare Boss. That's it. The Drew Leaf Council or whatever. Fenris, I think, can be used there. Other than that, I don't know a place. Festive Ida, I don't know of any spot I would use her. Flan, again, don't waste your time. Frida, potentially useful. Fumir, there's no way you're using Fumir in PvE. Sorry to tell you. Is Fene free? No, she is not. That's the one character that isn't free, would be Fene. Guard Captain Crowd, do not use for PvP. Harsetti, I'm sure you can make her work. She has a dual hit, decreased defense, everything about her kit's good. Haste. Okay, so here's one dumb thing. What do you think about Haste? I think Haste could be used basically everywhere, just no one does. I don't think you should build him, but if you did, you would get a lot of use out of him. He could be used in multiple expeditions. He could be used in Nightmare Labyrinth. He could be used in like everything. He has a good debuffs, and when Rift Cycle comes back, he is a necessity for that Rift. Ashel Fairtag, I don't like putting him here, but he deserves it. He's got the good skill kit for that. Hellion Lua, don't think you should bother. Holiday Fiend, again, don't bother. Hua Young, doesn't provide enough, but she could be used. Let's be realistic. She can do the damage if you really wanted to. Ilanav, though, she does give crit damage buff, so setting up your, your Azumanic one-shot team, Ilanav can give you crit damage buff to help you reach that, but with current stats and everything on gear, it's a very min-max thing. It's like utilizing attack neck style thing, and you don't need that much damage. Oh, Watcher Shuri buff. How did that go? We got a 20% more penetration. He is able to one-shot and set up one-shots way easier now, which makes it to where the crit damage buff from Ilanav basically has no value. I don't see why you'd ever do this. I'm going to put her down and don't bother. Mortal Wukong. Wukong's pretty solid. You can use him in almost all content. He does great damage. He gets stronger and stronger as the fight goes on, and he is the guaranteed best character for a certain Rift Cycle. So Wukong, I'm putting him in general good as well. He's one of the better, just simple damage dealers. He almost goes up here. Delusional? Lifesteal Wukong? Farms well? This is PvE tier list. This is PvE. We're doing PvP probably tomorrow. Value dropped a lot, kind of Delulu. Okay, we'll keep him here. I like him. I think he's cool. I just don't suggest using him over, again, the free characters. All right, so Saria, she doesn't deserve this. People are going to roast me on this. Saria does not deserve PvE God. She doesn't. Brig is literally just a Saria, but better, because when you're on auto, a Saria just becomes a useless thing in the universe. She deserves very good multiple use cases because she is, you need to manual her to get the best value out of her. That's where it goes wrong. When she resets a skill, it's a random skill. So when you're trying to farm or do anything with her and you're not manualing, what is she doing for you? I never use her. With Brig's release, there's no point to ever use a Saria except in a couple Abyss Floors and maybe Nightmare Labyrinth Queen. But do you even need her there to reset Tamarin? You have to manual it. So she is not getting PvE God. I don't care. I don't care. The official Discord can be mad at me. They have good takes on 90% of the stuff. I agree with them on most things. They hate me still, but I will say it's a good spot to go in and get into the game. They're gonna roast me for that, I'm sure. That's cool. I'm not saying Asaria is up there. I'll take the hit. All right, Janua. I'm not gonna tell you to use Janua for PvE. I'm sure if you wanted to, he could be good for Golem. We'll put him there. But otherwise, no thank you. Jacko. Wait, Jacko's good. Wait, why'd I put her down there? So Jacko, the only place you're going to use her is Fire Rift. I don't know another place where you'd bother. Maybe Golem. Same with Janua, but Jacko I'd say probably better than Janua overall. Okay, next up, we're going to put Judge down in the bin. Kane deserves to be in the bin unless Fire Rift is active. That's the only place you should ever bother. Consider using him. Kalric I'm putting down in the bin. Kayron. Wait, we don't have really morale teams for Labyrinth anymore, do we? I mean, Karen could still potentially be usable in some stuff. If Hua Young's could be decent, I'll put him there. Ken. Hey? What do you think? Ken can set up multiple one-shot teams. He's the god of AI. What do you think? I think he deserves it. I think Ken goes very good. I think he deserves it. Is that crazy? I think he can go there. All right, Kisei, though. Kisei goes in the bin. Crow, going in the bin. Laya, average. Think she's okay. Dual attack, get some cleanse. Hit for 20k. Not the worst, not the best. Landy. Brothers, where are you using Landy? She just got a buff. You can put her on... she's general good. Or here? Bloodstone? You can use her in most things, right? I just don't know if she deserves there. I thought I was scrolled up higher. She's a good damage dealer. She got her S1 damage buff, I know, and with Bloodstone, she stays alive. You can use her for Abyss. You can use her for... But the thing is, Seaside Bologna is better. I would much rather suggest Seaside Bologna to everybody, because putting Landy too high is going to make people try to decide between Landy or Seaside. It's always Seaside right now. Seaside's new buff outshines Landy's buff by far, from what I've seen. So, but SSB is blue and Landy's green. You can only pick one, though, from the selector coming up. Are you including Hall of Trials uses? I'm trying to. I know some heroes have the Hall of Trials uses, but those are so few and far between that if that's the only one time you can use that character, is then it's like how I put Kane down here and Please Don't Bother. You're not using Kane anywhere else unless that rift cycles up. It's the same idea with the Hall of Trials character. If I see it and remember it, I'll mention it, but otherwise, no. Last Rider Crow does have one use case, and that is for autoing Nightmare Labyrinth Queen. Other than that, I don't know another PvE use case for him, so he has a spot. It's right next to Biblis, and the one spot you would consider using him. I say SSB is better PvP, but Landy better PvE. I think SSB is just as good as Landy PvE. Yeah, I guess you're right. Having the speed buff in PvE and the Bloodstone healing, because you can put Landy on Bloodstone too, and then you get the same PvE value almost. But the speed buff from Landy is really nice. Hard one. I'm not sure. I feel like they're pretty close to the same, but I do think SSB comes out on top right now. Okay. So next up, Lethe has no PvE use case ever, right? Unless there's like a special event going on. Litica PvE use case. Can she still control? She used to be able to basically solo some Abyss stages. I used her through, I think, 2 or 3 Abyss stages. And then I also have made like a meme golem comp with her before. So she still has a pushback on her skill 3. So I think you can have some fun with her. Lilius, I'm going to put in just general good. She's a dual attacker cleanse. Has a lot of nice things in her kit. Lilibet is useless. Lionheart Sirmia, the only spot I can think for her to be used is Katie's. Lionheart Sirmia is actually one of the better characters for Katie's because she's constantly proccing and never getting the stack on her. The issue is building her for PvE is not something many people would do, but if you fully built your Lionheart Sirmia for fighting Katie's, she has a use case, but where else is Lionheart Sirmia? She could be used in Hall of Trials, okay, so that gives her a second use case. Is there a third use case anywhere? What about Queen for Lionheart? So the thing is Queen, if you have Lone Crest and Bologna, you are not using Lionheart Sirmia. But maybe, I guess if maybe you don't have Lone Crest and Bologna, you'd potentially use her. I'll leave her there for now. I don't think it's gonna hurt anything. Little Queen Charlotte. I have used her in PvE before, but I don't think it's worth it. I think you're better off using like anything else. Put her right here. Maybe we'll change it. I believe this. This might be another hot take. What do you guys think of that? Have you ever tried it? For a new player, Lone Crest and Bologna on Sigurd Scythe. #1 PvE character in my opinion. I have watched so many people go through the game, go through Abyss and stabilize their account. And she makes it to where you don't even think about Abyss up to like Abyss 102 or whatever when you need to Poison Furious. You just literally sit there, click auto, and you beat it all. It's not even close. Okay, that is why I'm wanting to put her so high. I use her for Nightmare Labyrinth Queen. I use her in a lot of PvE content. Never tried, but I like Bologna. I think she is the #1 ML5, which I want to put one ML5 in PvE gods, and I think she is the #1 for that. Does she actually deserve it above some of these other characters? Maybe not, because Afternoon Soaked Flame probably deserves it up here too if she does. But let me put one ML5 at the top. She's not bad in AI. No, she's good in everything. Lone Crest and Bologna can be used in almost every type of content. She got big boobs though. True. Landy doesn't deserve very good tier. You don't think so? I think she does. I think both her and SSB can have very good tier because Landy in certain Abyss stages is really nice. Whereas SSB in certain Abyss stages is very nice too. Lone Wolf Peyra. Does she have any PvE use case? I'm sure you could try. I don't think I'd bother. I'm gonna go ahead and keep one up here for that. I don't think you should bother trying. I'll put her down at the bottom. Let's not. Lua, no PV. Ludwig. Is there a Banshee one-shot Ludwig? I'll throw him here. Maybe there's something. Lulika has good debuffs. That's another character that is very frustrating in the game is Luca could be in general good. It's just she makes no sense to use. She has barrier. She has AoE decreased defense. I don't remember what the other debuff she has is, but she's overall solid. But why would you ever build her? That's the sad part. Some of these character designs, they're good, but they just make no sense. That's why I wish they would add a type of content into Epic 7 that's similar to Faction Wars and Raid. So Raid has Faction Wars. You have to go in with certain types of characters, mix them together, and only use that class for a big batch of different, I don't know how to describe it, but I think it would be really good in this game to make it to where you can only use specific characters for a certain type of content to force people into building teams, and that creates a late content to where early players will struggle with it because they have to build a wide roster of characters. And we need something like that in Epic 7 for PvE. Like AI, kind of like AI, but a daily thing. It's not something that comes around once in a while. It's something you can work toward every single day. Challenge trial floors, kind of like that. Yes, Epic 7 needs faction wars content like Raid. I agree. That's the biggest thing. If I take as a Raid style legend grinder, the main thing I would take is faction wars and bring to E7. Second biggest thing is tournaments. If they added tournaments to E7 to like go farm golem, and if you win, you get like a little bit of rewards, nothing crazy. That just makes the game fun. Don't make it like super pay to win that the people are getting free crazy stuff, but make it like, I don't know, some fun stuff. Win part 4 guide after I'm done with this. Okay, next up we have Luna. Luna, I guess, could be decent. What do you guys think of Luluka here, though? Is this delusional? Luna, good damage dealer, to be used in a lot of different things as a hard-hitting character. Reviver could be decent for sure. Martial Artist Ken, there's nothing you use Martial Artist Ken in for PV. Meteor Cowrick is just a general good support character with these other supports. Melissa, there's no place I would push to use Melissa. Midnight Galililius, I really like Midnight Galililius. I used to put her higher in the tiers, and a lot of people would cook me over that decision. But she could be used in a lot of the different expeditions. She could be used in Abyss. Midnight Galililius is very, very good for PV because she hits so damn hard. So, and she's also constantly boosting your team. She's hard to kill. I like her a lot, but I'll just put her at the top of general good for now. Milim, Rift Cycle can be decent. Also could be used for Golem. Mort doesn't have a lot of PV use. I don't know of any, actually. Is there any PV use for Mort? His passive doesn't apply to PvE. Mui is not getting put in here. I don't care. Knockwell is not. Navy Captain Landy, I think she can be in very good. New Moon Luna doesn't deserve anything here. Ocean Breeze Luca, I wouldn't put for PvE. There's a couple times Ocean Breeze Luca could be nice, actually. I'll put her in could be decent. She definitely doesn't deserve bottom. She's a support character. Support characters are hard to not be able to find at least some use case. Luna is wild in Fire Expo. Yeah, do you think Luna very good? Really? Where is she? I lost her. Oh, there she is. I think she does very good. I mean, she hits like a truck. But does she do more than Commander Lorena, the 3-star? I used OBL to beat Zio before the SS thing. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, she's a general support that has, defense buff. She cleanses. She has some decent stuff and can blind. Now, Lorena outclasses in every way. See, that's the thing. That's why it's so hard for me to put Luna up here, because Commander Lorena is better than Luna. Element neutral, which I guess she kind of is too on her skill 3, but not the skill 1. No, because she's blue. Yeah. Lorena, yeah. Okay, that's fair. I'm leaving it how I had it. I think Luna can be used, but when you have a 3-star specialty change that outclasses you, again, Epic 7 gives you all the free characters to be all of PvE. All right, now Pavel, I'm not putting up here. Payro, not putting up there. Probably Flame, you're not going to bomb regular enemies. Polytus, I don't think it's any PvE use that I can remember. We didn't even mention Opsig's name. What's the point of mentioning Opsig's name? What's she going to do? She's not doing anything. Ram, you can use her if you want. Ran, I use him for right side. Nightmare Labyrinth. Does he have anything else? He's AoE decreased defense. That's kind of good. Probably could use her, right? Put Kyrus in God PvE. Kyrus would have her own tier that's God Abyss. Okay, that's it. The thing is, Carrot will go in general good because she's good in a lot of different Abyss stages. But other than that, there's nothing. I'm a new player following your guidance. It's been taking me a couple days to get through the first story because I'm so invested in the story. Oh, that's fine. I mean, that's good. Those videos, you don't have to go at any kind of certain pace. Wait, why is Robin on here? All right, Ravi could be decent. Golem. Ray, general support, but worse than the others. I'll put him here. Put him at the very bottom. Rem, I do like Rem. I use her for Wyvern one shot, and I have used her in other spots. She's definitely decent. And next up, Remnant Violet. You can use him if you want. He does really good damage. Requiem Rowana is a no-go. Rimuru has some use case, but I can't remember. Renek. PvE? I'm not putting Renek in any kind of PvE. I don't see any value in that whatsoever. Because she can't apply her class debuff to the enemy. Riza Hawkeye. I mean, I've used a Wyvern team with her before. She can be used. Rowana, though. Wait, Rowana... I would not put her here. You guys are going to say to put her here. I would not put her here. Where do you use her? Realistically, all it does is slow your teams down. Use her in Katie's and use her in one Nightmare Labyrinth team, right? 2 places in the game and people still like drool over themselves against Rowana. She's general good. If I don't put Rowana here, people are going to pee on themselves. Okay? There's 2 places I would ever consider using her. And that's a Katie's general farming team. If you're not one-shotting, I'd just one-shot Katie's. But for a general player getting in, I think she's just general good, and I know I'm going to get flack for it. Arya I like because she can be used in more different locations, but Rowana, she just slows her teams down. If anything, you just go for more damage. There is 2 places you need to survive, but otherwise, lower Rowana to the bottom. I think she deserves general good because you can use her, but there are people that go through the story. They pull Rowana. This is one thing that cooks me. It's like there's the other content creators. So Tristan really values Rowana, and Tristan will talk about her to a certain tier. And then new players start the game. They hear that, and then they go through story with Rowana. Rowana doesn't provide anything going through the story whatsoever. Your team's just gonna get cooked. So that's why it's like she's not that good. She's okay in the spot she is, but I know Tristan loves Rowana. Rowana -1 unit for fun. It basically is. You could just put another damage dealer in there. But Tristan loves her, and he would give you a better explanation as to where he thinks she's valuable. So that's one of the things between creators. I see certain value in certain characters, and they'll see certain value. So if you are a Rowana lover, take Tristan's advice as to where to use her, and you'll be good. But I can't. All right, so Roy, I'll throw him in, could be decent. He has really good damage. Well, General Reviver could be okay. Sage Ball, no. Schneel only plays the Souling Banshee. I don't know another place he could do anything in. Sea Phantom Politis, General Dual Attacker. I think she can go into this tier. I used her in a bunch of Abyss Floors on one of the new accounts. Seaside Bologna I'm putting next to Landy, and very good. She's just really solid. Tristan Rowana for me is Luna. Yeah, which Commander Lorena is just Luna, but better. Senya has no PvE use case, correct? Says doesn't have any Shell tier. Maybe. Sharoon has no PvE use case because she's a turn resetter. Shuna, no thank you. Sigret, general good. Sigret used for... I mean, you can... As a new player, I want to put her at least somewhat up there because she is pretty solid. Damn, Robin have no face. Robin can go in S tier. Next up, we have Silverblade Araminta. Stuns. Doesn't really have anything. Soul, I know you can one-shot Golem with him. Solitaria, no PV use case that I can remember. Specimen says again, no PV use case. Spectre Tenebria, actually. She's the god of PV, right? Wait, does Lone Crescent Bologna deserve this if Spectene does? I think they both do. I'm a big Lone Crescent Bologna fan after seeing how many people had success utilizing her. Because you can use her in all your expedition teams too. I really like Lone Crescent Bologna for new players who are focused on PvE. It's just she doesn't have the best PvP use case anymore. I think they both do. Spirit Eye Celine, I'm sure you could use some stuff with her new buff. Strays, brothers, do I have to put Strays in general good is fine. He can one-shot multiple different hunts. Okay, that has some value, but put Robin over Breek. Okay. You guys got it. Now we got our official list going. Successor Teiyu, I don't see any PV value within him. Summer Break Charlotte does have AoE decreased defense and dual attacking, just nice. Summertime Assyria. Wait, does Brawl count as PvE? Oh no, if Brawl counts as PvE, boys, we got to put her up here. I didn't think about Brawl. People watching this tier list post Robin release confused. I'm going to put her down where she belongs. Sylvan Sage Vivian. I'm going to put her in general good just because how many weeks of Hall of Trials she is very useful. Teiyu I'm putting down and don't bother. Tamarin is one of the gods of PvE. She's going up here. Tenebria, a couple of different spots you could use her in terms of she just has some of the best debuffs in the game. Top Maluka is a no-go. Tori has general use case for any kind of labyrinth or expedition style of team. So She probably goes in this tier, right? Would you say general good for Tori? She's got a bop and, well, but does she get the damage mitigation against non-boss characters? I didn't think about that. How's Tori in PvE? There's too many units. Oh, I'm telling you guys, there's a lot. It'll go fast at the bottom. I'm just going to drag everything. We're still in the 5 stars. Once we get to 4 stars and 3 stars, it's quick. The beginning, the longest part of the video is going to be this batch. It's an hour-long video every time I do it. Twisted Eidolon, Kayron for PvE? No? Right? I don't think so. Takes too long. Tywin, can use them if you want. Urban Shadow Shoe doesn't get the extra bonus damage from her injury on anyone else. Vildred can farm fast, but you have better farmers. I'm going to keep them low. Violet doesn't have PvE, right? I'll put him there. I can't remember. Vivian can go into general good. There's more spots that you can use her. Young Senya for PvE is solid. She gives good survivability, does decent damage, gives a dual attack. I think she definitely deserves general good. Euphene's after Euphene's changed, I don't even know if we should put her anywhere. You can't farm Labyrinth with her anymore. What's Euphene good for? Vivian is very good. I don't know if Vivian deserves very good. She's solid, and I know my couple spots I use her, but does she deserve the same tier as these guys? I don't think so. Haste deserves very good, tremendous debuffer. Hey, putting Haste into even this tier took me, I thought it was a hot take. Okay, I'm not going any higher than this. Haste is a very hated character. Most people will not use him. I don't want to. So here's the scary part about this, guys, is the more characters I put in this tier list, I affect a lot of new players. Okay. And if I put certain characters too high and people go in and try to utilize them and they don't know how to build them, I don't want people going and doing dumb things. And I think putting some of these characters too high is going to potentially cook people. I'm trying my best to avoid that. So haste can be good, but there's a reason no in-game player uses haste. Like no streamer that you go watch that creates content, no one's using haste for anything. Unless they just like him. Okay, that's just, maybe he's just a character you really like. That's one thing. The only place we used haste of anybody that I'm friends with in the content creator group scene is going to be in Rift. Stop spoofing my haste pools. I just don't want people going and doing something and then I get blamed for it, which is going to happen anyway. Yulha, not going to put her for PvE. She's not the worst, but Yuna, Yuna, she's free. Albedo, I put Albedo up a little bit higher just because of decreased defense break. I keep saying decreased defense. I'm playing raid. Raid is decreased defense. Zahak. Zahak. There's anything for Zahak? I don't think there is. He does good damage. He definitely doesn't deserve don't bother. But I don't think I would bother. Zio, not for PvE. Giselle, she can hit super hard. Karina. Technically, Nightmare Labyrinth, Zahak, Julie, Cleave, true. Oh, Light Expo, yeah, true. Zahak, Light Expo is pretty solid. Actually, there's a couple of characters I could bump up just for probably Light Expo. Karina, you can use Karina and Effectiveness. Why is Robin at the top? You haven't seen Robin's kit? Wait, have you guys not seen her kit? Absolutely the PV go. Okay, Giselle. I know Giselle could be using Labyrinth, but most people aren't going to have her anyway. Does she really need to be on the list? Almost no one's got her. Ning Ning, not for PvE. Winter, not for PvE. Akadi's pretty solid PvE character. I think she goes general good. I don't think she deserves any higher than that. She's just a good support. Use Hall of Trials. Angel of Light Angelica could be decent because she can be used in Nightmare Labyrinth Queen, one of your first ones. Angelica, just general good if you're a new player. Might as well throw her there. Armin has some mitigation, but don't bother. Southern Cartusia, don't bother. I'm not in these 4-star characters. Just know they are ML4s, mostly designed for PvP. Blaze Dingo has a good survivability, like dynamic in his kit to keep your team alive. He gives himself invincibility, and he can do a lot of damage. So he will go there. Bloodblade Corinne, pretty decent. I don't know if I'm going to put her in that top tier. I'll put her at the top of this for now. Let me just crank through these, and then I'll go back and we'll take any last suggestions. So Cartusia, Celestial, Mercedes, don't bother with these ML4s, guys. Champion Zerado's fallen off so far. You can't use Champion Zerado for any of the Hell Raid, right? Or Nightmare Labyrinth, right? It just isn't going to work. Or is there one thing that works? OMG, tier list, name and picture, thanks. I hate it when they do tier list and just picture. That's me, and I used to get yelled at for it. Sid is very good. Sid for PV, yeah. Sid can go in general good. He's not going very good. For PvP, it would go potentially higher. Clarissa, I mean, she could be used. Coley is a no thank you. Corvus, no. Crescent Moon Rin, no. Crimson Armin, she's a tank. She'd work. Grows it. Best Wyvern 13 front tank. Highest win rate character front tank. Grows it. Do the math. For new player, with new player gear, free gear, he is the highest win rate. All right, Dingo, don't do. I use Dingo for Fire Rift. Don't do it, but I use Dingo for Fire Rift. See, I have some fun Epic 7 PV sometimes. Who has Dingo built? Exactly. Dominial, wouldn't suggest. Fighter Maya is a no. Freeze Materia definitely deserves general good. Furious general good. Well, I mean, Furious is set for Wyvern. You can do one-shot Banshee with Furious with a restrict EE. Does that make him general good? I'll just leave him. General Purgus, you can go down here. Great Chief Koana, decent for Katie's. That's it that I can think of. Guider Aether I'm putting in general good because she's constantly decent in Hall of Trials, as well as she can be used within Abyss Floors, I'm sure, and other things. She does pretty solid damage. He does. Right, my bad. I know, I knew you were going to say that. My bad. Inferno Quazu is a no-go. Inferno Rise and Acades, sure. Regular Acades is generally better in PvE. Corinne, if you want to use her. Quana, don't bother. Quazu, don't bother. Kitty Clarissa definitely can deserve general good. She's fantastic and a 4-star, so you can use her for a lot of Abyss content. And then you have Kazuna AI. No, none of you are ever going to use this character, by the way. If you don't already have her last piece, Corinne's a no. Leo is semi-setup for certain things. Lots can be used in Grass Expedition, but those honestly one use case characters. We'll just go down here. Maya is a no-go. Mercedes can do some damage. Moon Bunny, Dominial, does she have any use? Leo only for B13, exactly, that's why I lowered him. Moon Bunny, Dominial can go down. New Kid Aiden, no thank you. Peacemaker Fierce, definitely not. Purgus, definitely not. Rin, 2 RNG, she's like Soul Weaver, though. Have fun if you want to try her. Definitely better than a lot of these other characters. Roman Poisons? Doesn't Roman have some kind of use case in one of the Abyss Floors? I remember, like, I'm pretty sure I have mine built. Or no, it was PvP. There was a point where he was okay in PvP. Because I remember having both Romans. Roman plus Roman. I think he's poison, right? Roman's Rain is insane in PvE. I think you can use him. I don't want to put him there, though. The Kyrus exists? Yes, Kyrus exists, but a lot of time you want Kyrus plus another poisoner. Double stacking feels good. I just remember using 3-star Archer Elf. Yeah, she's the main poisoner. Rose is a general tank attack buffer. Shuri for PV, no. Cirilla, you could. Shadow Rose I use for one-shotting Banshee, so I know she works. Shooting Star Acades is useless now, correct? There's no use for Shooting Star Acades now that the whatever, you can't do the Euphine clearing. So with the newest update, she doesn't have a place. Except maybe PvP. Shuri ain't bad. Oh, Shuri. No, Shuri definitely goes up. Hold up. Back it up. Back it up. Shuri can be very good. My bad. I was thinking it was the other Shuri. Shuri is really good for PV. He can be used for a lot of the challenge floors Abyss and a lot of your Abyss 110 through 120. Shuri is goated for that. I was thinking other Shuri. There's 3 Shuris in the game. The Watcher Shuri is also decent, but Westwind Shuri is not good. So Watcher Shuri is going right here too. He just got a damage boost on his skill 3. Instead of penetrating 80, he penetrates 100 now, which means you can just build him on Torrent set, Destruction Torrent, so his damage increased huge, and it allows you to set up your one-shot teams for whatever. Say you're doing a Shuri Strays one-shot team, it became a lot easier to set that up now. You can have much lower gear quality. Sinful Angelica, I'm still going to give her middle tier. I think she's fantastic. Same idea as Kitty Clarissa, but I think Sinful's even better. Surin is not getting any kind of love within this. Tempest Surin, not either. Troublemaker Crozet, no. Veronica for PvE, no. Victorica, I'll give her, could be decent. It's too new. She has enemy max HP, and you can put her on Daydream Joker on top of that, double stacking your enemy max HP damage. Can be very, very hard hitting, but Wander Silk, I won't put there. Prince Sid, no. Westwind Executioner Shuri, this is a bad Shuri. That's who I thought I clicked on. Zerato, no. Aiden, Green Aiden, brother, I'll put her here, sure. Raz. Where's Raz go? Also, give me 1 second. My cat is... I do not know what he's doing. Where do you think Raz? Do you think he deserves general good? Oh, I thought he was going to throw up. That's all the characters. We're getting close. We're almost done. General good. You think Raz just general good? Certain good for current Hall of Trials, is she? The thing is, Hall of Trials is so hard because they're going to continue to change the thing. So a lot of these characters, please don't bother. Maybe there's a week they're going to Hall of Trials, but otherwise, most of the time you shouldn't bother with them. So Crowd 3 to 4 stars at it. I mean, that's just how it is. And you can look through it. It's going to be crowded. This is every character in the game. Are you all right? Yeah, my cat looked like he was going to throw up, so I just hid for a second to go check on him. I'm back though. But Raz, what do you think? With his new buff and everything, just the buff made him better in PvP. But do you think he deserves very good? We'll leave him there for now. I like him just because he's a free option. So I know some dragging down here. We're not using any of these characters. Alexa, if you really want to use her, sure. And Junk Montmorency can be solid, but why would you bother when you get the other character free? Wanda, no. Arowell, no. Azalea, Basque, Batiste, Bernard, Butcher Corpse, Camilla. Ooh, hot take. Hot take. We'll revisit that in a second, but Carmen Rose, specially changed Carmen Rose, technically could be used here, which I guess I'll wait till I get to her. Actual then Carrot, Celeste, Chaos Inquisitor Axe, Chaos Sect Axe. I'm hoping I can sort this at the end. I don't know if it'll let me. Commander Lorena also. I'm just gonna throw these 3 stars for here and then we'll talk about them. This is a no. Doris, sometimes okay, but it's her specially changed, not her actual thing. Enoch, no. Ezra, no. Falconer, Clary, sometimes good. Glenn, no. Gloomy Rain, no. Godmother, no. Oh my gosh, how many characters are there? Hatan, Hazel can be good, but I'll switch out for her specially change. Holy Flame, Aiden, not going to bother. I'm sure there's somewhere you could use her if you really want, but these, I'll take out the important 3 stars. Kyrus, I'll move up a little bit, but still Kyrus' only place is, what's it called? I don't know how valued that actually is. Lena, see, every time I put Lena on a damn tier list lower, brother. Everyone's like, but I used Lena 6 years ago to farm. I used Lena 6 years ago. She was good. She is not anymore. Loka does have some PV use cases. Regular Arena go down. Magic Scholar Doris means I can drag this Doris down. Mascot Hazel, I can drag this Hazel down. Mulaney, Mercenary Helga can be okay. Mercer's no good. Missy Chain, no. Montmarine C. You'll have the specially changed. Mui is just general. He has a 1 spot he's decent in. Or I tried Nemesis. She's not worth it. Just use Kyrus. Nemesis has in me max HP and it's not very good. Penelope is a no. Pernia, I'm sure Pernia plus Ragnavold could be okay. Pillis is no. Riker Moore, Researcher Carrot has some use. Revna, it's okay. Righteous, nope. Savior Aiden can be okay. Shepherd Jenna, I think, has PvP use cases, not PvE. Silvertide Christie, aren't going to use in PvE. Sonya used to have highest morale in the game, one of them. Summer Discipline Alexa, which means I take this Alexa down. This is a no. Tyria, this is a no. Arowell, you're not going to use for PvE. Verdant Aiden, which means I can take regular Aiden down. Take regular Aiden down here. Vigilante Leader Glenn, Wanda, Young, and Zealot Carmen Rose. Okay, so now we need to move a couple of these characters up. Turner Guard is decent. He is. Oh, Terranar Guard is really solid. You're right. Good call. I thought you were meaning Royal Guard. Terranar Guard is decent. You're right. TRG. I know. He's just like Shuri. So Terranar Guard honestly goes next to Shuri. I'd say they're very, very similar. So these two, paired together, they're even crazier. Zealot Carmen Rose goes down here. These all characters have very little use case. Revna. Oh, I don't think Revna deserves any higher than this. I don't know what else you use her for besides Abyss. And that's a bad thing with Kyrus. You guys are obsessed with Kyrus being good. Since Kyrus is the queen of Abyss, I'll put her in general good tier. That's the only spot I can give her unless I make a tier for her, which we can if that'll make you guys happy. But just know, I don't think she's worth any higher. Mascot Hazel has a couple places she can go up one. Angelic Montmorency people cream over, so let's go ahead and give her just to appease the Momo lovers. Researcher Carrot has 1 use case in PvE. Mui 1 use case. These two, if you really want to, you could use them. Loka has multiple use cases though. No, she doesn't. Loka's just Grass Expo. I thought that Godmother was good because she gave speed. No, don't do it. Isn't Lorena kind of goated for Abyss? Yes, she is. So these 3 characters here, I think they're the best 3 stars in the game, and I think they deserve this, but no higher. Agreed. I think all 3 of them. Raz you can use in literally everything. Camilla you can use in almost everything. Commander Lorena you can use in a lot of stuff. I'm gonna blow my nose real quick. I'll turn face cam back on. Loka is using Bologna Banshee one shot. Loka is using that and then Grass Expo. That's the only 2 places you would not use her for any general. How do you get that Angelica? Which Angelica? Regular one? Does C. Lorena have better damage than Fene though? Long term, yes. Over the length of a fight, I think Lorena does surpass. Where is my face cam? I think Lorena does surpass in a long fight. Kitty Clarissa is in middle tier. Have her in general good. But the difference between Fene and Lorena is Fene's water, Lorena's element neutral. So Lorena hits like a truck and she's element neutral, and you can use her Fire Expedition and she gets a CR boost from that. So you use Lorena Fene, Brig Tamarin, Fire Expedition, probably solid team. I'd say Lorena and God just because she's free plus Dark Element. Just because they're free doesn't mean they're going to go higher. It's this list. Like, I'm not, that was what I was going to do at first, but overall, I just tried to take their kits, how much I'd be able to use them. So Lorena has attack scaling like Malona, has enemy HP. Yeah. Lorena's very, very good. And the thing is, like with Fene, Fene's water. So if you're fighting a grass boss, can't use Fene there. But no matter who you're fighting, you can bring Lorena. But Fene is still damage gotta be. Well, okay, what do you think? Do you think Fene goes down 1, Lorena goes up 1? Is that what you guys are saying? Hold up. I don't hate it. It could be. What do you think? Fene go down 1, she go up 1? I don't mind it. I'll put Fene at the very top though. Fene also go gods. You're only getting 1 damage dealer god because they're basically filling the same role. Okay, I'm not gonna put 2 gods of the same role in there. One is better than the other. Spectre Saber is the best poisoner, general poisoner in the game. Okay, she's deserving of this. Lone Crescent Bologna is the best ML5 self-sustainability character in the game. Okay, so that means she's going to overtake Seaside Bologna and other characters because she's going to keep herself alive and be able to fight anything. There's not a stage that's a grass boss that you can't take Seaside Bologna to. So Lone Crescent Bologna is going above there as long as you have Sigurd Scythe. Fene can clear all hunts with specific heroes, can duo ML Hua Young and Julieve, can clear fire. I know. Does she have to go up there too? We'll put them up. I'll put them both there. That makes you guys happy. Fene's super good. Trust me, I had her in God tier. Fene 100% PvE God. Okay, I'll put her there. I believe it. Trust me, I use her. I have a good Fene. I have 3 Fene actually. Fene should be God 2 people can choose. Okay. Has a revive. It's true. Fene does have a safety net. That's where she kind of separates from Lorena. But Lorena has a CR push, which is super nice for, I mean, with Lorena, you can build a 1.8 million fire expedition team in the first 3 days of playing. How about Victorica? I put Victorica down and could be good because I have not tested her. I mean, she probably deserves this just because of you can use her in a lot of Abyss floors. But I don't know if she deserves that. Why is Camilla on top? Camilla is used in literally all of our teams. She is the best dual attacking character in the game because she dual attacks every turn. She's 3 stars, she's free, and she has decreased defense on her skill 1. Okay, all these other dual attacking characters don't have decreased defense on skill 1 unless you put Miss Confile on C. Phanopolitas. So Camilla is insane. And you get her for free, which is amazing. Okay, so is that the list? You guys, is this good enough? You think? Mighty Mouse? I don't even think he's in the game anymore. Can you even get 2-star characters with friendship summons? I haven't tried that. All of our 2-stars might be collector items now. I think this is solid. I think this is a solid list. So those of you guys, I'm sorry this is a super long video. It's almost exactly an hour long, but this is just a stream VOD. You can hear me talking to chat, hear my opinion. Some of them corrected some of my opinions or like expanded upon them. That's why I like doing these live versus just giving my own. Because instead, I don't know, we probably have like 200 viewers or something. Yeah. Well, combined, probably 400. Yeah. So it's like 400-ish, 500-ish extra people's opinions on this. It's not just mine. So that's why I always try to do these live. So that way, if you ever see me doing one of these tier lists live, you can come in and roast me during it and give your opinion, because I'm going to be doing a PvP tier list next. The PvP one is the important one. PvE, again, you can beat anything with PvE and be fine, But thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, if you're willing to subscribe, that'd be cool. Otherwise, I will try to have an Imgur link to this. I think that's how I did it last time, but I will try to have a link to where you can just click the picture, go through this, and see what you think. Okay, so thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Peace out. All right, I made a video. You guys happy? I finally did it. Except I am super ready to stand up. Sitting still in the exact same position for 1 hour. Well, I guess I stood up a second ago for my cat. Oh, so I need to go in the stream, get that video up, and then I'm going to... You can export as PNG? Yeah, but where do I put it? That's what I do, is I have to export as a PNG, and then I have to upload it to Imgur so you guys have access to it. Because if I upload it to Discord, the Discord link expires every 24 or 48 hours. So I'd have to continually redo it. Whereas Imgur just lasts for, I think, at least a decent amount of time, and I'm good to go. Not a feat tier list. Go get me a picture of every character's feet in Epic 7. I'll do a tier list. Deal? Go screenshot each character's feet and label them which ones they are, and I'll make the list. I'm just not going and taking a picture of each one. That's like a 3-hour investment of time, and I don't have 3 hours right now. I just enter who is Robin. Robin is going... Oh, this is why you can't take any of my videos seriously, dude. Robin is number 1. Robin isn't actually in the game. She's one of the characters that she's not in the game. It just, there was the icon there and I dragged it over. Oh, that's funny. I really hope Robin comes out and is the worst character ever to be released and I have her up there. Oh, Robin belongs up there just based off of character design. I mean, it's Raz's character right here. I think that's Raz's hair. I don't think that's Robin. Looking Deity weather coming around to hit them greens. Wait. Oh, looking good weather coming around to hit them greens. Hopefully. Today was not good weather. It rained all day. It rained all night last night too. So hopefully this week it'll get nice again. I will definitely. I know you're talking about golf. When you say greens, trust me, I know what you're talking about. Hopefully this week I'll get out 1 or 2 days, but this weekend is just grinding. I have so much stuff I need to finish up today and tomorrow, and if I do my stuff, I will be ahead going into next week. It's going to feel great. I can actually take like a good 8-hour period and just go out, have fun, and not be stressed. When should I be starting to burn through the wyvern mats from the hunt challenge? When you have a good stockpile of charms. Okay, so you're never going to craft unless you have a bunch of charms and know what you're doing. Can't wait for Moonlight Blade character to be released. Moonlight Blade character. What's that? They're hyping her too much. I doubt she will be bad. Wait, who? Robin? I mean, yeah, I'm sure she won't be. But the thing is, she'll probably be a PvP character. I don't see them releasing another PvE. I don't know what you release for PvE that'd be good at this point. Was Fenny a limited? No, Fenny is a character. You could get her on any regular summon you do. She's just pretty new. Watch RNL character have a passive. There's a chance to swap between sisters and gain extra turn. When the RNL character comes out, do you have a gear guide video? I have a crafting video. Yeah. If you're more curious about getting into crafting, does anyone have a link to that? Because I do not currently. Hold on. I had the link before. Wait, didn't someone make a command yesterday? Didn't one of the mods make a command? ! Gear? No, they did not. Unfortunate. Deity Epic 7 gear guide. 6 months ago. This video is getting like 500 views a day again, which is funny. That's my crafting guide. If you want to try to understand gear and kind of start getting into that, I will be touching on that as we go through the guide. But for right now, that will still be a few days. If any of you guys are curious, as waiting for me to get into the next part of the guide, what you should be doing is just spamming unrecorded history right now and then trading in your carrots for energy, okay? Over today and tomorrow. I mean, you can farm some hunts because it is 50% or whatever, but 688s? What's 688s? Rick, what's going on here? It's WrestleMania time, not unrecorded history. Oh my gosh, eulogy for a saint. I'm sorry, you don't touch unrecorded history. I always say it. I am programmed to say unrecorded history from years of doing this. You're not touching unrecorded history. That's my bad. But you should be farming for carrots in eulogy for a saint or catalyst stages, either one. So with Eulogy for a Saint, that's a side story. You click side story, you go into here, click Book of Memories, and then you're going to go to Eulogy for a Saint, and then you're going to get to stage 3-7 or 3-8 and never click another button. You never go to any of the stages past this. I would always stop right here so that you don't accidentally even have the opportunity to close this, because once you finish this, you cannot go back in and do it. Okay, or when you click record complete at the last screen. But as long as you just go to 3-7, you can't mess this up. That is what I suggest everyone does. So you come in here, just slam it to 15 runs, get your farming team up, and you just farm this. You'll get some carrot chops, trade in for energy, keep repeating this. You'll end up with a good stockpile of charms. Eulogy is Saint to get free DN. That's not how that works. Deity, will you be making Abyss Guide? No. The Abyss Guides are I'm Sue. I'm, type in I, like I am, me, but I'm, and then space TSU, Epic 7. You'll find Sue's channel, and he has all the Abyss Guides for that. Again, there are certain content creators I'm friends with that I will not make content over what they have done recently. Oh, you guys probably hear the gear guide in the background, my bad. Oh, it's muted, good. But I do not make the same videos they do. I would rather support them and send people over to those guys. I like out a Eulogy the other day. Skill issue. But yeah, so you just farm this. If any of you guys are waiting for the next part of the guide. Non-aggression pack for content creator goes crazy. Well, they don't sign the pact. I just do it. Like, they'll make the same video as I do. They don't care. But that's just something I don't want to ever like step on toes. Because if I say I made the same videos and my videos blew up after somebody that I like in the community made those videos, there's a chance of passive aggressiveness toward me, because they put a ton of work into their stuff. I feel like, yes, I could probably do it and have a lot of success with it, but I'd rather they put the work in, they see some success out of it. I'm doing well. Maybe if I wasn't doing well, then yeah, I would be an asshole and not care and just I see something that does well, just copy it and do the same thing. But that's not me. I want I want the people in the Epic 7 community. I've known these people for like, what, 5 to 6 years now? We've been friends with them or like on good terms with them for that long. I don't want to see them. I want to see them succeed. I'd like to see all the Epic 7 creators succeed. Technically, since you got gold carrots for a limited selector, her event, you can't let her farm. How do you get right side charms with no lab now? It's all in the regular shop. So you can now buy with conquest points with doing your arena fights. You can buy them here. So if you just farm more, what level do I farm? 3-7. For tomorrow, which stage should I farm for AP? For AP, I just farm 1-8. So in the story, I just do 1-8. It's the fastest. On my main account, I still just do 1-8. I'm not really too pressed about it. Just do, or sorry, 1-6. So go to episode 1, chapter 6, and then go into, but the thing is, if you do this stage, you just have to reset it more often. The only problem, but when you have 30 runs, you just set it, come back. But I do this. So, how long do I sleep every day? Lately, it's been about like 5 hours total. I'll take like a 3-hour nap and then a 3-hour nap here or there. Why do I look tired? It's because my contacts are dried out. I keep sleeping in my contacts. I'm not supposed to be, but I keep falling asleep with my contacts in and my eyes are absolutely cooked. So, yeah. That's how it's going. Okay, well, I need to go. I need to go finish that episode of the guide. So those of you guys that are waiting, but if you are waiting, it is hunt buff, or it's buff event weekend. Farm some hunts, farm anything you farm now, even though it feels like your hunt's not being progressed. Trust me, whenever you get to the point that you are going to be utilizing these resources, you're going to be way further ahead than you would be anyway, because it's buff event. So just if you're willing to take the pause before you make your next hunt teams, just go do whatever farming you can, whether it's this rampage stage, that Eulogy for a Saint stage, or just hunts, whatever it is, you're going to be in a good spot. So I know you guys want the next episode of the guide. I'm trying my best. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I haven't been rating anyone when I've been ending my streams because my shit is such a disaster right now. I do want to get back into a system of rating other creators. I mean, Pokey's playing Epic 7. That's it. This is like me and Pokey. I guess I'll raid Mr. Pokey. I've never raided him before, so let me do /raid Mr. Pokey. Alright, I'll send you boys over there. And then you're gonna be happy he glazed you. Alright, well, I'll send you boys over there, and I will see you all in the next stream. Peace out.